You're off.
Like, all right. So welcome to episode 104 of Not Cool in High School podcast, where we're talking about celebrity crushes.
Amongst
Hopefully
other
this
things.
time we're actually.
Yeah, hopefully. So
Yeah, for
Let
everyone
us
who
know if
joined
you
and
can
didn't
hear
say
us.
anything because you couldn't hear us,
How rude.
fucking,
How rude.
you are terrible.
you missed some great stories, though.
Yeah.
Let
There
us
were some
tell you.
great stories that.
How did you jerk
I'm
off when she
sorry.
was in 5th grade?
Oh, God.
If you don't hear this now, then please type something. But you want to hear that? So
Yes, let
I
us
don't
know if you can hear us.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
you're gonna hear it twice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Forgotten Blue is our fucking podcast hero
You're our
tonight.
hero.
What a name too.
Yeah.
Forgotten Blue, what? The soldier or champion or something like that.
Blue is in the character from the
Blue's Clues?
Imaginary
rapper?
Friends show.
Oh,
okay.
I love that show.
Yeah.
No idea. Good show.
I've only seen random
Foster's Home.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one.
Blue from you're my boy Blue from old school.
Blue from Remember the Titans?
Sure.
I'm out of Blue references.
Our Blue like Patreon. We have that. It's $1 or $25. If you want to subscribe to the Patreon, it really helps us out. The giveaway is now over for the Colster, so that will not be a thing. If you still would like to stay as a Patreon, that'd be very sweet of you. Anyone who donates over $10 has a chance to win a t-shirt. I will be doing that giveaway sometime this weekend as well.
It'll be monthly, right?
Yeah, our last month's winner is Ryan Vox. He has not gotten to me what t-shirt he wants me to order for him. Also, we want to thank Dave S., Brett B., or Brett Squared, sorry, Bridget M., Andrew H., Greg R. from Fueled by Haas Podcast, Heidi B. I'm sorry, not Greg Reese from that. Ryan G. from Fueled by Haas Podcast. They're both from there, even though the one's not. Kelly, Crystal Mountain Healing. Tommy B., The Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop. Brad Z., Higher Than the Words, and JH. So thank you all so much for the Patreons and helping us out with that Patreon and giving us your hard-earned money, because fuck, we probably don't deserve it. But thank you so much for it. It helps
Thank
us. It helps us out a lot. And I just got a friend request for somebody in the wrestling business. Fuck it, I'll just confirm. Anyway, get into it.
And
Nick.
that's the episode, right?
That's it. We'll see you later, guys. That was all we got.
We got 4 people in there.
What did
Can you hear
do?
us?
What did you do? We got a friend request.
Oh, it's actually based on General Blue from Dragon Ball, but I used the Blue from Foster's to be funny.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
General.
I'm not familiar with either, but
It's like General
I
Sal.
don't know of Dragon Ball.
Well, I'm
General
guessing
Toes.
he can hear us now, so.
Yes.
All
But that's
right,
cool.
Let's go.
All right. So, like I said, the first time around, if you want to join in on our chats and throw in your celebrity crush from, when you were younger, from high school, present day, whatever it may be, we would love to know.
Who was the first one that tingled your private parts and was like, "Ooh, I'm into that"?
Just like that.
Yep.
So actually, I'm going to do a side step for a second because I had a horrible dream yesterday.
Oh.
I was watching
Wet
Lexi,
dream.
right? No. And I was curled up with her. She's a dog, by the way.
I was just going to say she's a
dog.
Yeah, I was
puppy.
like,
She's a
get
little puppy. And
Context there.
Were you the little spoon?
I was the big spoon. But the reason why I bring this up is because Tony is involved in this dream. I was in the middle of this
He was
nap.
curled up,
I walked.
spooning a dog,
Yes.
and jumped to me.
Yes, I did. I walked across the street, right? And there was this building, and I was about to hit the corner of it, and you jumped out and scared the shit out of me, and I startled her, and we both woke up. Like, I literally jumped out of sleep. I
Why
was
are you
like,
scaring Nikolai?
I don't know.
What
it
happened was I astral projected into your dream, and I was like, "I'm gonna get it."
I gotta get.
You got me. You got me real good because it was in the middle of the day when we were napping, and I was like, "Oh man."
Thanks for sharing, Jen.
Yes, thank you, Jen, for hanging out with us. Congratulations again. I know we did on Banging Beers, but on the new baby,
Yeah, she had a baby.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
she had all the babies.
One baby. She had
Why?
one.
But anyway, we're gonna do something a little different. Just because I feel like we've kind of like swept aside, what we've been into lately. So before we hop into news, because I know we said there's gonna be a lot of news that you guys want to talk about. I figured we could start with some of the stuff that we have been doing. So this week, and a bit of last week, I have been hanging out with Michael Ban of Retro Lovely, and he closed his studio. As a studio space, he still runs the magazine and all that kind of stuff.
He did sell a bunch of his stuff, and he had a bunch of really cool stuff.
Yeah, he did sell a bunch of stuff, and I thought it was all done. And he was like, "Hey, I know you have a studio now. Would you like some of these things?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'll take these things," because I feel like he gave me his giant keyhole that he carved out and had lights strung around and stuff. And I was like, honestly, I feel like if I don't take this, it's gonna get thrown out.
Yeah.
And I don't like to see some because like I don't know if it was him that made it or whoever it was. They put some time into it.
Mhm.
So I hate to see that kind of stuff get like destroyed.
Yeah.
But while I was there, I ended up coming across his collection of his graphic novel of the Victorian horrors of Old Ma Chunk. There's only one issue out, and it's all about, for those of you who don't know, just from the reference of Old Ma Chunk, that it takes place in present day, well, in a Victorian era, but as what we know now as Jim Thorpe, or at
Yeah.
least half of it, because if I'm not mistaken, half the town calls himself Ma Chunk, and the other half on the other side of the bridge is Jim Thorpe.
I
Yes.
did not know that
Yeah.
at all.
I think
thought
we
it was
learned
a
that on
street
our
in
tour
Pottsville.
with the donkey going down the
If we did,
trail.
whoop, let's pay attention to that part.
For the
How would I
Krampus
be- I can
store?
believe it.
Oh, I wasn't there.
No,
No.
What are you talking about?
I don't remember. We were there.
We had a lot of conversations going on.
Yeah.
You,
Probably with
Heidi
the
was
prison
not there.
tour.
You
No,
were
I
not
wasn't
there
there.
for the tour with the donkey going down the.
Oh
Yeah.
no, she was not.
Yeah. All right, but
I was-
anyway, so in this comic book, it takes place in Jim Thorpe. It's all about this guy named James who comes from Philadelphia. He's basically forced to come to Jim Thorpe to like investigate this weird cavern that these miners find, and they're like, it can't be man-made and all this. And an explosion didn't do this because it looks like claw marks on the walls. We're kind of like digging this giant hole. And as you can kind of see, if you've ever seen the cover of it, there are these like flying
Mothman.
almost like gargoyle vampire type characters
Hmm.
flying around. But what I really like about this comic is that it all obviously all takes place in Jim Thorpe, but I love the level of detail in it where he made sure to tell the artist that was making the art, here are specific photos of Jim Thorpe. Make sure the art reflects this. So if you have never been to Jim Thorpe, reading this comic, you can be like, I could feel like I was there, right? But if you've been to Jim Thorpe, like if you're local like we are, and you've been there so many times, and you're reading through it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's a great place.
Mhm.
And honestly, I feel like if we could get traction on this comic, we could do like scavenger hunts where
Oh,
like
that's cool.
if he does release more issues, because I know issue 2 he is finished doing, but it never actually got released. But I think it'd be cool to go and like take pictures in those locations because it is like a picture for picture of
Mhm.
these specific locations within the town. So I'm really excited, hopefully. And issue 2 will come out since it is done. But he did say that if anyone is interested in getting a copy, you can email him at retrolovely.mag@gmail.com and he will send you a copy. I think he's going to charge like $4 for it, and then plus the shipping for it.
Nice.
And I really love on the inside too that even though it's like a Victorian comic type thing, the ads also reflect that. So there, instead of the X-ray specs, he has an X-ray monocle, and he told me this story about how he contacted this company out in California who did like vintage clothing, and he tried to buy like a dozen of these monocles to like do this promotion thing, and they were like, well, why do you need these? Because they didn't want to sell the competitor kind of thing. They thought maybe it was
Oh.
just kind of like
Like he was buying them to
another
sell them or
store
something.
kind of thing. And he was like, no. And he pitched the idea to them and everything. And it eventually, came to be where, he was selling them on his own for a while. And then they were like, listen, instead of us sending them to you and then you have to ship them out, can we package them and send them out and all that kind of stuff? So they would send him royalty checks and stuff as it existed. I did contact the company. He does not know this. I was like, do you have any more of these? Because the anniversary, I think he said like he wrote this originally like 15 years ago.
Whoa.
So it's definitely been a while, which is why I'm like, why aren't people talking about this? Like, why doesn't there more like traction or anything? Because I feel like there's so much that goes on in Jim Thorpe, like with all their festivals and everything.
Same reason people don't talk about this podcast because fucking we're not famous.
But Jim Thorpe has a strong enough name.
Sure.
I feel
Yeah.
that like
Within our area, at least.
right,
Yeah.
and especially like in today's world, like I know like when people pick up a comic book, like Spider-Man, for instance, you go through New York. Yeah, they may have like drawings of stuff that are like actual New York places, but if you don't want to go in a high congested area right now because of everything, Jim Thorpe is not that crazily packed.
Mhm.
Outside of their festival times,
Yeah.
where you could easily go and like dive into this world and go see these specific locations. And I think it'd be really cool, to kind of explore that with people. But that's what I've been doing lately. Anthony?
Cool.
Okay. There's a couple things I've been doing this week and for actually 2 weeks. So I decided to watch some Achievement Hunter stuff again. And
Gonna eat that right now. Can't wait.
You don't have a mute button.
He has
I'm-
all the mute buttons. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, Anthony, but he has all the mute buttons on the board.
I mute me and Andy, but
Anyway,
So I went and back to watch some Achievement Hunter stuff, and they decided to do a whole week-long thing to commemorate Cuphead because they saw that the Netflix show was coming out, and they wanted to do a whole gameplay thing on it, and that inspired me to actually go back and play it. Just Tony's face.
this is not good.
Is he not good?
He's at a Yoo-hoo candy bar, so
Yeah. Kit Kat bar.
It's like if
Dude.
I'm sorry. It's like if they took a Fudgo bar, like a good Fudgo bar, and let it melt into a bowl and then make chocolate out of it.
so it's like ice cream that melted a little bit, but then it froze again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ugh. It is made by Palmer, and they're kind of shit.
It tastes like it's made by.
It's not because
it's
they
like
came
the-
out of Reading.
It's like
though.
when, when the company who makes those really really big rabbits
I feel like
and
it
they don't
just
taste
tastes
very
like
good.
Palmer candy. Like it doesn't really taste like you. Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah,
Continue.
No problem.
The
It's his
chocolate.
fault. He looked at my face and
So-
said something.
Yeah.
To be fair, the first time he was interrupted, for those of you who couldn't hear, by Green Apple's Mountain Dew, and now he's being interrupted by a chocolate bar. So either way, he's being interrupted. So it's fine. It keeps with
Yeah, it's
the
normal.
first version of the episode.
With that being said, back to Cuphead. So I decided to go back and play it. I forgot how hard the game was. I was ready to throw my controller across the room because the bosses were really bad.
Oh, you'd kill yourself, Andy. You'd burn your house down.
What do you do?
I
Like,
didn't
what's the
start that
point
game.
of the game?
So
It's a side scroller.
Because I just keep thinking cups. Like, so what are?
So-
is it not anything?
No,
like
it's
cups?
not the cups they hear. Like
there are two characters, Cuphead and Mugman. They're
Oh.
I think they're
Is there a
brothers.
plate woman?
I don't think so. There's like
I think there's a teacup girl who's like a DLC later on.
Oh, okay.
basically they're at a casino.
Oh,
They're gambling,
Okay.
and the devil and the owner of the casino, King Dice, make them a deal saying, if you win on this roll, like they'll be rich beyond belief and they can do whatever they want.
Hmm.
If they lose, they had to give their souls to the devil. And I was like, okay, so how is this going to be rigged against them? So they obviously lost, and when they actually do lose, they try to convince him not to take the souls away. So the devil basically says, okay, go get all the contracts that people owe me for losing against me. So all the bosses you fight are people who have cheated the devil out of giving their souls away, and you have to give all the pretty much the documents for them
Yeah.
after beating
Wow.
them.
So when this game first came out, I'm showing Heidi the gameplay of it.
I feel like
People
I know,
thought
I've
the
seen this
gameplay
before.
was actually cinematic trailer, not in the
It
fact.
looks,
It looks like a
cartoon.
movie. Yeah,
it's
like the
it's because it's
shows are-
drawn frame by frame like an old school Disney Looney
That's
Tunes
awesome.
cartoon, and that's how they did. Like they drew it frame by frame and still made a video game out of it, which is fucking crazy. But when people seen the original screen like gameplay footage of it, they're like, "All right, what does the actual game look like?" Because that art style is so old school looking. There's no way that you
Pretty
could
cool,
actually
though. It
physically
is.
play on that style.
And what's coming to Netflix? Sorry,
It's on Netflix. It's a
Yeah,
TV show.
there's a
Oh,
show
it's a
right
show.
now. Yeah,
about the game or like a
yes.
show?
I guess.
it's about the game. Like
Oh, okay.
it's an animated series around the game.
Okay.
It's technically an Xbox exclusive, and then they allowed it to go to
PlayStation.
Switch.
Yeah.
Did it go to PlayStation
Yeah,
too?
it's on PlayStation.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
if
think,
it's on
but I'm not
PlayStation, I
sure.
believe you. But it was one of those games where it was Xbox exclusive,
Yeah,
and they're
first,
like, "Yeah, we'll let it go other places." Kind of like Ori and the Wisp. They're like, "Yeah, I can
Mhm.
go in other places." Like they don't like.
Yeah, I think it started as an Xbox and a PC timed exclusive. and
But I think
then
it's made
it
by
jumped.
like the studio who Xbox owns.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Here's a cool one. We never really had this in the chat before. Michael is actually how am I saying Michael?
Mike.
Mike.
You could say Mike.
Yeah,
It's Mike.
he's actually going to tell us what he's into. So he said he's currently hook, line, and sinker playing Forbidden West, and it has
Horizon.
taken his whole week. So
Oh
there you
yeah,
go.
he asked me
They
about that
blended
last week.
together for
He
writing.
asked if we were playing that.
So yeah, no, unfortunately I do not have a PS5, and I'm not going to buy any games for the PS4 because I'm not getting in charged twice for them. So I'll just wait till I get the new system, and then I'll buy those games. But yeah, I actually have to still finish the first one. I never even beat or played the first one.
I don't think
I'm behind. I'm all those exclusives that you bought me that one Black Friday, Andy.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of them.
I have games from years ago that I never played. You know?
Yeah. It's either I'm on my Switch or I'm on my PlayStation. I mean my Xbox. And my PlayStation doesn't get a lot of love. But yeah.
I watch movies.
Forgotten said an underrated difficult game is God Hand for the PS2, PS3. It needed much attention back when it came out, and it had a very hard, unique style.
I wouldn't say underrated. I'd say
I've never heard of it.
just under.
But you don't like those harder, like people dig those harder games.
That one wasn't harder. It was just
Yeah.
So Kelly, what have you been up to?
Kelly.
Are you done?
Or are
'Cause
you-
we're Ice Nine Kills. I know. this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. 'cause-
Before
how do you know that, Kelly?
I'm sorry. Yeah, how do you know that?
It's
We
a
didn't
mind
talk about
reader.
that
It's
yet.
like you've been a
She's
part
a
of the show
psychic.
already.
She's a psychic. She's seen the future.
I want him to have his due, and I actually want to ask him a question here when he's done.
So I've been listening to a lot of Ice Nine Kills because next weekend, the singer Spencer Charnas is going to be one of the guests at Monster Mania. So I wanted to catch up on some of the music and listen to some of the older stuff. If I don't
That's-
mess up my words.
That's not just the horror movie.
I was gonna say
spoofs.
that's the ones with the horror movies. Right?
I
Someone
know.
else told me about them before, and I just never listened to them.
They are not the horror movie spoofs, but they do
Oh.
make a lot of horror.
No, not the
Yeah.
spoofs, but
Like,
like
reference.
yeah, like
Yeah, they make
each
a lot.
song references like
Yeah, with the last two albums, it was mostly horror movies, and I think the one before that they did like books.
Oh, cool.
it was the Silver Screen, right?
Yeah,
Was
the
it
Silver
new one?
Scream, and then the second one.
What was that?
What in the world?
And it landed straight up.
I
in the
have a
chocolate.
drink here for those that are
Yeah, audio listeners.
the
Are we
cap
having some paranormal
popped
experience?
off the bottle and flew into the candy bar wrapper. That was awesome.
And it landed straight up,
Yeah, it's-
like on its side.
I think the pressure. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't
it's the
explain.
pressure.
We're probably
It's
all
the
gonna
pressure.
die.
No, it's the pressure because if you sometimes he'll empty a jug and put it on the counter,
I've
and then
never
the lid pops off.
never have I've never had
Yeah.
that
I
happen.
got it.
The lid.
So,
The
I
pressure.
So
typed
now
in
you've been
Google.
interrupted by a lid popping off.
That's probably
Paranormal
the
activity.
That's the best interruption I've ever had.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I went Google because I was gonna type in Ice Nine Kills. Let's see what they sound like, or not. Let's see what they
Look
the
like
genre. And it says Naughty Metroidvania Wife Quest launches on Switch. So
What is
I want to check out Wife Quest because it's naughty.
what is this wife quest?
Yeah.
You go around and fuck all the neighbors.
Wow. Andy, you need to watch your searches.
Hey, it's on Nintendo Switch, so it can't
Yeah.
be too.
Can't be too
sexual.
naughty.
It's just a bunch
What?
of girls with
What?
squirt guns.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Well, did you hear the crossover between Ed Sheeran and Bring Me the Horizon?
Good
yet?
thing
I
that was
did.
filmed because Dude Perfect would have needed 50 takes to recreate that. I wonder how much the camera caught. Clip that. That's for
I
clip.
will,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder how much the audio picked. Like poop. Like the
Yeah, I mean, we heard it,
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
sure.
What do you think of it? Do you like it?
So the original version, I was like, "Oh, this is okay. It's not bad." But when they brought Bring Me the Horizon, I was actually kind of stunned that I actually enjoyed it.
I like the original version from Ed Sheeran, and I like that version. I was really excited, and I thought it was done really well. I did. I guess they done it live at a British Music Awards, both of them together.
That's how it started.
That's
and
how it
then-
started, and then they released it. Like the music video is just
Mhm.
them two as like zombie people or whatever. I don't know if you want to say zombie.
Michael
people.
said, good job, everybody. I'll finish listening tomorrow at work. Great start to my day. Thank you, man, for
Great.
for tuning in.
Mike.
We need all the help we can get on the audio side. So tell your friends and tell people to go listen. And if you are listening on Spotify or on Apple, please leave us a review or a 5-star. It helps out a lot.
Like, share.
Yeah, all that. We're trying to build up that audio brand. Facebook does well, but we're trying to build up the audio and YouTube. So I appreciate you giving us a listen tomorrow. That means a lot. Thank you.
Good. We did. Are you good?
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
Okay. I actually had time this weekend. I binged 3 different movies, which is yeah, that's a
Very
lot
nice.
for me lately. So the first
That's a
one,
light
it
day for
was
me.
it was the what did you say? It was a slow day
It's
for
a
you?
light day for me.
That's a light day for you.
Rookie numbers, you got to pump those up.
So and these were all like sporadic. So what was the first one I watched? Was Nightmare Alley. It was
Oh, I heard that
Brian,
was good.
Brian, our friend on Tornado Tag, I don't want to say his last name, had recommended it on the podcast that day, and I went and I watched it, and it was really good. It was probably my favorite out of all the 3 movies I watched. So it's about like this mentalism. Bradley Cooper, he learns mentalism through this carnival, and the carnival's set back in like the 20s, like the Great Depression era, which I like anything that's kind of set in that era, especially around carnivals and stuff. So that's why I had to watch this. But it is close to like a 2-hour movie almost. And the ending is quite perfect. So I will say that I won't divulge too much more. If you go watch it, it's on HBO Max. If you have HBO Max, check it out. It's Bradley Cooper, Kate Blanchett, and I can't remember. Oh, Ron Perlman's in it also.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was really
And
good.
it's called The Mentalist.
No,
No,
Nightmare
it's a different
Alley.
movie.
I don't know
no,
where I picked that up.
it's
Okay.
called Nightmare
Okay.
Alley, and there was apparently a movie in the 60s or the 70s that this was kind of like a
Oh.
remake of.
Hmm.
So you
Hmm.
probably could check that one out too.
Oh.
The second movie was The King's Man. I'm hopefully saying that right. That was the prequel to all the other Kingsman movies.
Never seen any of those.
It is.
The first one was good.
It
That's
was.
all I saw.
It
Yeah,
was
the first one was
okay.
good.
Yeah, the first one was good. This one kind of fell flat for me.
Okay.
Like I just. It was just the same old for me.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the guy who plays Rasputin, I like him. He also
Yeah.
plays in American Gods. He was kind of funny, but the rest of it was like a.
I mean, I'm
Whatever.
sure after what is this their fourth film doing
I think
it?
this is the third.
Yeah,
I
Okay.
think there was a
third
1,
one.
a 2, and then this prequel.
Okay. I'm sure after that amount, you
Yeah.
can
There's-
only do so much.
Sometimes the way it was shot was awesome, like the
Yeah.
action shots and stuff, how they zoom in and stuff. Like that's cool, but
Sure.
it wasn't a great plot line.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't too thrilled with it. And then my last one's gonna be like an indie film.
Oh.
So if anybody's on TikTok and likes witch talk on TikTok, you always see this. People put these clips in from this movie called The Love Witch, and it's this girl with long black hair, and you see her practicing her spells and stuff. And I'm like, man, what 70s movie is this? I gotta look this up. And it was called The Love Witch. So it's free on IMDb with ads. And as soon as I start watching it, I'm like, oh, it's probably from the 70s. It looks like they have all their get-ups and their outfits and stuff are from the 70s, but then you see cars from the now. So then I looked it up and seen, oh yeah, it was shot like it was in the 70s, but yet
Okay.
it was like that B-roll film that they couldn't edit out the old car or the new cars. So it was kind of
She's
weird.
just really trendy and wears old clothes.
They all were really trendy and were some of them wore no clothes. I will say that.
No clothes.
It was
Well,
about this girl.
Which
that was-
orgies?
Yeah.
Everything that's not Christian has
I was
orgies.
gonna say,
Yeah.
if you type that title in, you might find some
Yeah.
films. And
It was.
Yeah.
It was okay in the end.
Which pagan
She feels-
orgies?
Huh?
Which pagan orgies?
There is
In 5th grade.
There's a lot of naked rituals in it. Yeah, I will
and
say
this is
that.
free on IMDb. There's nakedness
Free.
in it.
Oh yeah,
You got
there's
the ads,
pecker and
though.
everything in it. I hate to say that, but yeah,
Where did you say?
said it. So that one was really good. I mean, it was better than Kingsman. That was the least one I liked. But Nightmare Alley, if you check out The Love Witch, if you like any kind of witchy spells, metaphysical type stuff, that was good too. She kind of keeps doing love spells on guys to keep falling in love with her, but they can't handle them. They die then.
Hmm.
They die of either heartbreak or she gets pissed with them because they get too obsessive with her. So,
Huh.
yeah.
3 very different movies.
Three
Yeah.
very yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I roll. And then I watched the finale to The Righteous Gemstones too on Monday.
I don't know what that is either.
Well, that's an HBO series about these like televangelists, like the preachers that are on TV, basically, and they're like multimillionaires. It's John Goodman, Danny McBride, Walter Goggins is in it also. Very funny show. It's very, very much kind of like Eastbound and Down, but in like a preacher setting, I guess you could say.
Okay.
It's fun.
Bridget said yes, so interesting and weird. So I guess she's talking about the same movie as you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you watch it, Bridget? I had to watch it. I kept seeing these TikTok videos with her, and I'm like, where's this from? It looks like a cool 70s flick. And then I'm like, I kind of got disappointed when I saw the newer cars. I'm like, this isn't a 70s flick. I like some of those old trashy 70s movies,
Hmm.
you know?
They just somehow predicted what cars would look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that's
then
how I
they
have
were
to
set
think of it.
cars.
Yeah.
It has no time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those that's I feel like if I was gonna make that movie and I couldn't edit something out, I'd be like, it's not in a particular year.
Yeah.
It's just these are how people dress. These are the cars that exist.
Right.
Get over it.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah. Very,
Anything
very
else?
weird. But nope, that's it.
All right. I've been working a lot, so I haven't
So no
done too
Scream.
much. No Scream. I did watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Yeah.
That's the newest one.
The newest one on Netflix. It came out like last week. Slightly disappointed. Didn't hate it. Didn't love it. You know.
So right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would give it a watch, but I was a little disappointed. I don't want to give away
Well,
too
how
much.
old
but
is he in the movie now, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't even know. I feel like he has to be old.
Isn't Leatherface like some type of supernatural? I don't know.
No, he's
No.
just like,
I don't think he's ever been
He's
shot,
mentally
right?
handicapped and strong.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Like, I don't think but he's been like attacked, right? I
Yeah.
can't remember if he's ever been shot, but he's just, I don't know. He should be old.
Yeah, but you
Like-
never really see his
Well, if
face.
the first
Yeah, you
one
don't really
took
see his
place in when that come out, like 78,
70s.
70s, yeah.
somewhere around there.
So from what
Let's say it
He
was,
should be like at least in his
he
60s.
was 20 in 78.
Yeah.
So then that would make him be 60 something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
has
so
to be.
essentially what this movie's not premise, but the idea that everyone's calling it the Dollar General version of Halloween
The
Kills.
Wish.
Oh,
The,
just
yeah,
Wish
so
version.
like
killing
so
people.
essentially it was the first movie happened,
Mhm.
nothing else happened, and this is part 2 to the original.
They
Oh,
bring back
okay.
the only survivor, and she's gonna come back. Like, so they rip off Halloween basically. But it's just
Well,
But she
work for
wasn't in it that
Halloween.
long.
no, she wasn't,
either.
and her dialogue kills me because it was so crappy. Like it was not good.
Well, I mean, she wasn't hired in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre because she was a great actress.
Barry. where-
also, but like,
Barry.
well,
Most horror people that are cast for their first ones are beginners.
not
and
like
Yeah,
her
it's
acting. I'm
usually
just
bottom
like,
of the barrel.
like her dialogue that they
I
gave
don't
her was
know.
just bad.
We had Jennifer Aniston
Like-
in Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Now,
She was a-
okay.
she was,
She was
a
good,
no-
but
she
she
was a
was-
nobody then.
yeah, she
Yeah.
was a nobody. I mean,
Yeah.
usually that's when they hired.
she doesn't even like it in her credits.
We had Johnny Depp.
That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp.
What
What
was
about
in
Paul
Nightmare on
Walker
Elm
and
Street.
Tammy and the T-Rex?
Johnny
Yeah.
Depp was
Paul Walker.
in what Nightmare on Elm Street.
And
Yeah.
and Paul
Kevin
Paul
Bacon.
Walker was also in Joyride.
Enjoy Ride.
Yes,
Mm.
Joyride was good. That was
Really
highly
good.
underrated. I thought.
But
I don't know what that
yeah, her
is.
dialogue was just not good. I don't know why they gave her the lines they gave her. I just didn't think it was that good. It was very cheesy.
Hmm.
I didn't love it. The story just didn't seem to line up. To
So-
me.
Well, now
I-
it sounds like it's getting more on the bad part, not just.
I mean,
okay.
it was good, like
the more you talk,
visually, I think,
I mean,
but
it's
like
your
the
opinion,
story
so
just
don't-
didn't. The story just didn't
Yeah.
line up to me.
That's kind of how it was for me too, where it was like the story kind of lacked for me, but I loved how like basically this group of kids bought an entire town and were trying to bring investors in. Like they had a ghost town.
Yeah.
And he just ends up in one of the buildings.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's not
like in the
on-
orphanage.
He's
No,
not.
he's not in the farm.
No.
He's not in the farm in the middle
No.
of nowhere.
No.
anymore.
Some old
Which is why it
lady
doesn't make
who runs
sense.
the orphanage is taking care of him.
Yes.
And when sorry if this is a spoiler because she's
Yeah.
not in it
have a
anywhere else.
chainsaw.
She dies and then he goes crazy.
Yeah.
Because he lost, I guess, his
Mother.
Yeah, his mother
Yeah.
type.
She basically says this is her son. And,
Yeah.
And there's pictures of him there when he was a kid.
Yeah,
So it
but,
doesn't.
like-
funny
it
if
doesn't add
all-
up.
he had the
That-
mask
that-
on, like his little baby with the
Well,
mask.
It's
That
scratched
definitely
out.
doesn't add
Yeah,
up.
the-
it's scratched out.
Yeah.
Because in the original 70s one, he had a mother, a
He
father,
had a family.
he had
Yeah,
a
he had a
family,
family,
and
yeah.
what they would catch anybody and make him
Right.
in the chili.
That's
and
why
make
I
it
don't
dead.
think it really makes
It was
sense.
like fucking Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Biohazard.
It's
Ugh.
just- I mean, other than that, I didn't think it was bad. There
I
are
like-
worse
I don't
ones.
know I don't know who's using like someone's accidentally logged in and they're talking under Knock in high school. I'm assuming it's Bill. But, you know,
Yeah,
but-
me and Bill have done
agree.
that
but
before.
why is she taking care
Right.
of
I
him?
don't get. That's where I'm lost because it doesn't really
Because
make sense.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
just trying to be like do a good deed.
Well, and that would if they would have shown something like that, like
Sure.
oh, okay,
Maybe they
he
edit
ends
that
up
scene
in an
out.
orphanage later.
Yeah.
But why would he go to an orphanage if he's obviously in his 20s at least when he's
So-
showing everybody the first
Yeah.
time?
The end credit scene of him going back to the farm, he walked.
Yeah.
So
has
it
to be
obviously
close.
wasn't that far.
Yeah.
So maybe she stumbled upon him
Mhm.
some way and was like,
Maybe.
oh, come with me. Or maybe the family that we saw that he had in the original wasn't actually his family.
Yeah.
He lived in that orphanage growing up and they
Maybe.
adopted him and turned him into Leatherface.
Something. Yes.
But
they
that wasn't
didn't-
really explained.
They didn't connect it. It
But
didn't
this is
really make
after
sense.
the first one.
Yeah. This is
Right.
after
Oh.
the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it would be different if it was like a completely different story, but they're bringing back the first lady
Right.
Yeah.
from the movie. So it has to
Hmm.
connect somewhere and it didn't. Anyway, that was the only movie I watched recently. But season 2 of Dollface just came out. It's Kat Dennings.
She looks so hot in it. I added it to my Hulu like watch list
Yeah.
just because she looks hot.
She's hot, but like her voice just doesn't fit. It doesn't sound
I-
real.
That's what I like about her is her voice. I
like,
feel
I like that it's different, but it just
Yeah,
when
it's
you're
different.
watching it, it just doesn't look real. Like you think it's like a
she doesn't have that
different, like
shitty
not a real voice.
high pitched Barbie voice. You
It's-
know,
It is high pitched.
you think?
Yeah. I think her voice is just weird. Like
Mm.
it's it just doesn't seem like
she
it
never
fits.
bothered me as Darcy. I mean,
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it fits her everything. Like it just seems like it's
her everything.
voice, like it's dubbed.
She's stacked,
got a
I
lot
tell
going
ya.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just but it's a good show. I like it. She she's in this long-term relationship and he breaks up with her and then she realizes I lost all my friends because I basically just surrounded myself with this guy.
Gotcha.
So then she's trying to like go fix all of her relationships.
Oh.
So,
So
it
is-
is under comedy, right?
yeah,
I think-
it's pretty. I mean,
I think that's what it was listed as.
yeah, it's I guess more comedy than drama. It's not super dramatic, but
Is
it's pretty
she
funny.
a tough character? in this, like as herself. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Two Broke Girls, but like,
I've seen, like,
that
right.
version of her, or like
No,
don't-
she's kind of quiet, doesn't like conflict. I
Okay.
think, kind of.
okay, well it's definitely not Max from Two Broke Girls.
Is that still on the air?
No, that did end.
Oh.
It's a great show though.
I've only seen a
I
couple
couldn't
random
stand it.
episodes.
Laugh track. Oh.
Oh well.
Yeah. Oh, and we watched the first episode of Bel Air.
Fantastic.
Very good. Yeah.
I saw a trailer for it the other day, and it looked super dark compared to the original.
Yeah.
Wasn't it serious?
Definitely more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
very
it's
good.
not just like I got in one little fight. My mom
Yeah.
got scared. It's like
It's-
it describes what happened and why he is
Yeah.
where he is.
It's
and
not a
it,
sitcom.
and it
Yeah.
it is, but it's
Oh, it is?
It's
Not
taught-
the same.
Yeah, it's not shot like a sitcom, but it's like the same idea, but it's the
More serious and
I think a lot of people who aren't liking it. I'm sorry, and maybe I'm playing a card here. And I don't care. A lot of fucking ignorant ass white people who don't think fucking people of color have problems are fucking don't understand their culture or are not gonna like the movie. Not gonna like it. It's gonna be like, oh, why are they leaning into these things? Because they're fucking real things.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I think it's done fucking very
I like
very
it a
well.
And
lot
what
so
is this
far.
on? What is it
Peacock.
on? On Peacock.
Yeah.
And Will he's the producer of the
Yeah,
show.
I
he's
think
the
he's executive
he's
producer.
the executive
Yeah.
producer because he seen the fan made trailer that was online, and within 48 hours he got the guy and he's like, you're gonna direct this, you're gonna cast it, you're gonna take this because I love your vision and what you want to do. This is pretty much what we wanted to do, but America wasn't ready for that conversation, so we had to add a comedy into a laugh track to it, because Fresh Prince of Bel-Air talked about a lot of serious shit,
Yeah,
but it was done with the idea of humor, so it didn't upset people.
right.
And they're not worried about upsetting people now. They're going to talk about legit
Right.
issues.
And I do like that it's shot in a way of almost like a movie
Yeah.
quality. Like
Quality is
it's
gorgeous.
not on a soundstage with an audience and that kind of stuff. If that's what you're looking for, again, that's not what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
And this is just speaking from seeing just the trailer.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It is a little odd seeing because you're so used to the characters before,
Mm,
like
yeah,
Uncle Phil being
he's
this,
like thin
big guy.
or like
Yeah.
built, not like
yeah, and like Jeffrey, that's his name, right? Jeffrey.
He's not a butler or a maid.
He's like badass, like tough guy, like
so he's like
well,
what the heck? Yeah, Alfred. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I was like, so he's Alfred.
Yeah.
I liked it. I like it so far.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's all for me.
I haven't really watched anything besides that first episode or played anything. I've been really busy. But I have been listening to a lot of podcasts. So I've been binge listening a lot of Kryptonaut podcasts. So go listen to those guys. They just did an episode that kind of relates to our last episode of Not Cool in High School, Muppets. So there is
The
a
puppet
whole
people.
there's a whole genre of people who have experienced what they would experience altered dimensions or other dimensions crossing and seeing legit puppets.
I'm sorry if you saw me in the street
Yeah.
and you thought I was a Muppet.
They're like, and it's and
Let me
there's like
see. Are you felt?
yeah,
are you
there's a
felt?
whole genre of like this one little girl said this like thing was coming at her. It had like human teeth, but it looked like Count Dracula. Dracula. No,
Like,
the Count from
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
all right. So if I saw that on the street, I would go give it a hug. In
But
all
it had
seriousness.
human
apparently
teeth.
this-
and
That's
it-
fine.
Yeah.
Apparently, this kid did try to go and approach the two that was in his grandmother's
And it pinched
rec
him.
room, and it pinched him.
It went
Pinched him
it,
so hard
like-
it gave him an open
It
sore.
went at him.
What?
Try to get him.
I'd be excited.
I'd be like kicking that thing in the head. Like,
Yeah.
It was Bill that he was eating spaghetti and driving. Shame on you.
oh my
That's,
goodness, Bill, that's
and Mike-
both those
That is the most
multitasking.
dangerous thing you can do.
Yeah,
Spaghetti.
unless you're eating soup and driving.
I think
Like,
I ate mac and cheese once. And
Can't
Mike,
do it,
Mike
man.
said about Euphoria on HBO. I have that on my list. I want to watch it. I just
Yeah.
haven't started yet.
Bites you, then turns you into a Muppet. Yeah. Hold
Have you
on.
watched Euphoria with
Where are
Zendaya?
these at? I want to bite it.
No.
I mean, it needs to bite me.
They say it's really good though.
I have not seen it.
Yeah. So it was a good episode. It was very
yeah,
fascinating.
it's called The Puppet People. It's the last episode of the Kryptonite
Puppet
podcast.
people.
Yeah. So is it a thing where it just became people are trying to make creepy pastas out of it, or people are these
Creepy
legit-
pastas?
Yeah, where people make up fake stories like
Oh.
Slenderman.
It's a
Like,
website.
I didn't know that was
Yeah.
a thing.
like
Oh.
Slenderman wasn't a real story. People just made this thing up, and then everyone else made stories around it and saying it was like a real experience, and then it
Interesting.
became lore. So that people are trying to figure out, are these puppet experiences real, or are they just people trying to make?
Did they say where it was located? Like, is it anywhere in the vicinity of Jim Henson
No,
No.
or the Creature Shop?
no.
No,
Yeah.
it's just normal everyday people,
Yeah.
like some kid
Yeah.
in a rec room that just seen
Their,
puppets.
their
come out of the
theory
closet.
is either it's altered dimension or it's something evil, and it's trying to appear to a kid of what they think they would like be comfortable with, and it would be like a Muppet.
I mean, that makes sense.
yeah.
Maybe it's their parents playing tricks on them.
No, the
With
one
the
kid with
puppets,
the
like,
rec
at the
room.
closet.
It would
said
sound
that
like
there
an
was-
awful trick.
Yeah, there was no strings or anything.
I don't know.
to 'em,
To
so-
be fair, I've known people who made me wear my black morph suit and run through their house while they were not home to scare the crap out of their kids, and I was tackled. So
By who?
the kids.
Yeah. See, some people are not
So-
scared. They fight.
Yeah,
So
that's what I would have been doing.
Yeah.
That stupid Muppet or puppet or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
Maybe
It was a
got
good-
kicked in the head.
Yeah, it was a
Kicked
good
in his
episode.
football head.
They do a great job. So go support the Kryptonite podcast. That's pretty much all I got for what I'm into right now.
wow.
Yeah.
So I played a lot of games on Game Pass because I'm trying to get very easy achievements. I'm gonna blow through them all. real
The
quick.
packing game you finished?
Yeah, unpacking game and finish. Go complete that. The Townscaper one where you just make the stupid town. One was called Donut Country where you move a whole round
Donuts.
and you have to fall. No, they work at a donut
Oh.
store and it's a raccoon and a girl and work at the donut store. The story's
It's a
stupid.
raccoon and a
Yeah.
girl.
You make things fall in a hole. The hole gets bigger. I got all the achievements in that. There's one called Procession of Cavalry or something like that, or the Procession of Cavalry. It's old Victorian paintings, but they like move and stuff. And you're this lady that you look like a dude, but then it's like, hey, I'm a lady, and you have to stop like the royal prince, and it's all like filthy
arrows.
mouth and everything. It's a point and click adventure. It's the achievements follow guide. Get to play it. Procession of Cavalry or something like that. It's on Xbox. And then I started Contrast, which is like a third person, like 1920s, like game where the girl sees this little like acrobat chick. I'm halfway through that. That was pretty fun. But there's a lot of easy. Just type in easy achievements Game Pass, and you get a bunch of them. I got 5,200 last month, trying to get to 100,000. And then I beat Pokemon Pearl finally. So now I can move on to another game because I have like 30 games I didn't play. Pokemon Pearl, hate the Pokemon selection in it. The Sinnoh region Pokemon suck. I forgot to capture Palkia, the main Pokemon. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to beat the thing. It was all right. The last.
You're not gonna like a tourist then. It's
Doug-
the same generation.
The last area is very annoying with all the fucking mazes. I used the guide, went right through it, fought the final four, whatever. It was fun, but it's not my favorite Pokemon game. And for comic books, I'm just gonna blow through a bunch that are really good right now. Hulk, Nightwing, Superman, Son of Krypton, Silver Surfer Rebirth is really good. Ghost Rider, the first issue came out of the new series. The art's awesome. It's really good. And there's one Turtles Venus is coming in 2 issues. Remember the Turtle Venus with the
Yep.
she's making her comic book debut in 2 issues because there's these punk frogs and there's 6 of them. So there got to be equal amount of turtles. There's 5 turtles right now with Jenica and her Venus. That's 6 on 6. And Usagi Yojimbo is very good too for comic books. And I'm done. That's how you do it.
Love it. So a lot of news has been going on. Cyberpunk 2077 just put a new patch out for finally adding ray tracing because when it first was in
Yeah.
the game, it fucking.
I heard a lot of though. If you turn on ray tracing, your performance goes down.
Yeah, because it's like
Yeah,
ultra lighting.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how the game was supposed to be done, but it was botched. The new Elder Ring, is that my saying that right? Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. It is a
came
Dark
out.
Souls game for those who.
It's
you know,
getting
Dark Souls.
10 out of 10s. Everyone loves
Yeah.
it. Michael said it in the chat earlier. Horizon Zero Forbidden, whatever the hell it's called, is out. People are
For-
liking it.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Forbidden West.
There it is. People are liking that. What else we got here?
You got Bender.
Yeah,
I don't know if that skipped ahead or
Studio
not, but-
666 debuted in select towns, which is
What the hell is that?
it is
That's the
the
Foo
Foo Fighters are going into a studio to make an album, and Dave Grohl gets possessed by the devil and kills his band.
That I would
okay.
like to see.
I did hear something about
Yes.
that.
Huh.
Supposedly, David Grohl wants to produce more movies, and he wants to use different bands and have them in different situations where the bands have to, like old 80s bands movies, where like Kiss has to save the day, like
mean-
stuff like that.
That could be good.
Cool.
It could be bad. It all depends on the
It's-
acting skills
I
of the
think
band.
I think it's supposed to be.
Could be.
I
horribly
think it was
good.
supposed to be bad, but be like B-rated horror
Yeah.
and fun. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
he was just on Howard Stern, Dave Grohl.
Yeah. The fuck was that?
I don't know. I was
The demon.
wondering that
Is it,
myself.
is it really windy
The
outside?
demon. Oh my.
Almost sounded like a plow went down the street.
All the Netflix Marvel shows are now on Disney Plus.
Yes,
and
all-
Agents of Shield that was on ABC.
Yeah.
Valve has announced that it will be putting Game Pass on the.
well, they not there will be that they're open to.
they're
it.
open to it,
Yes.
so I'm sure
They said
that's.
let's do it. So hopefully,
If they're open, then Xbox is definitely going to jump on. WWE 2K hands-on preview. People are seeming to like it. They said it's actually pretty good. They're excited for the release, which I think isn't. If you got the digital exclusive. It's like less than 9 days away.
Oh wow.
The new trailer for Elvis dropped with Tom Hanks. He's not Elvis, but he's like Elvis's manager.
Interesting.
I didn't hear about that.
It's
Yeah.
a pretty cool trailer. Go check that out.
Elvis.
Trying to find out what out here. IGN readers vote Michelle Pfeiffer as the best Catwoman.
Ooh.
I would agree with
agreed.
that.
I would
Yeah.
say best looking. I don't know.
Well,
No,
back
she
and watch
was
Batman
good.
Returns. She
Yeah.
was a very good character.
I
So
liked it.
and Danny DeVito was a very good Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was one of my.
we'll see how the new movie
not on
plays
the
out.
real list, but
That's getting good early reviews. People are giving it really, really good scores, saying the new Batman
Yeah,
is,
I hope
is
it's
excellent.
good.
Saying it has a lot of cool horror movie elements. It's scary. It's got some scary spots.
I don't
I
really
like
want
that.
horror in my Batman unless the villain is Professor Pig or.
I mean,
or
Batman
horror.
is a very dark and scary
But he's not-
universe.
pig.
horror. Like,
Depending on some comics are kind of scary.
it depends on the villain.
Joker.
Well, it's not. I want to make him horror. Like I want to have it like where you don't see Joker and all of a sudden he's like stabbing people. Like
Well,
I would
no,
have
but-
him,
yeah.
you know, shooting
Yeah.
people in the head.
Yeah, but I mean, like
depends on the
that's that. It not all horror is jump scare.
I know, but
Yeah.
I don't want Mr. Freeze horror.
You want
Oh, I don't
Dark-
know. That would be
Yeah.
kind of fun.
I don't want
Arnold
Poison Ivy
Schwarzenegger
horror.
in The Big Thing
That's
as a
fine.
horror movie.
That never happened.
It's like the Terminator,
Yeah.
but Mr. Freeze.
Never happened.
Poison Ivy would be an interesting one for horror.
Oh
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think these villains are fuck. If a guy was walking on the street with a gun or a knife, stabbing and shooting people in front of you, your
But that's not a
reaction
horror movie. That's more
your
action.
reaction would be fear because you're terrified of that person.
Would it be more of
So-
a thriller then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Realm.
So when I
Yeah,
see
that's
a
what I was gonna
villain,
say. It's like
when
a
I see a comic book villain or a movie villain or a villain, in that, I should be afraid of you.
Hmm.
Like you are fucking you're a deranged human being.
But by that logic, all superhero movies should be horror.
I think it should have elements where their villains are taken seriously.
Sure. Like
But not horror. I mean, to make the genre horror, that's
I think
That's really
it's
going
your
hard.
palette you're working with too. Your
Right.
your darker colors, darker set scenes,
Mm.
some different lines and stuff can make it like a dark drama or
Yeah.
a dark
Well-
thriller. I don't know if I'd especially put it into a horror element either, but
that's why I loved Shazam so much, because they got a horror director to do it. He made it this kids movie because it's a kid as an adult,
Mhm.
but the demons were demons. Like, I know Batman doesn't necessarily have like demon type things, but I liked that nice blend between it where it was obviously this guy knows what he's doing in the horror realm and can make it this fun movie, but also like these things are
but
terrifying.
It was never like dark.
No.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. But it wasn't like these characters were goofy, like in the comic where they all had personalities, where like
Yeah.
one had a top hat and all this kind of stuff. Like he made them like a scary type beast type deal.
Do you have more news or?
Yeah. During this war that's going on now, video game footage has been used on the major news anchor
Really?
sites. People saying that they have footage of the fucking war and they're playing video game clips.
oh my
Oh,
god. Is
Yeah.
this a major news network?
Yeah.
There-
Fox News put
But
it out there.
there's people that,
A
that
video,
fall for that.
a video of a plane being shot out of the sky, like a Russian jet being shot out of the sky by a gunner. It was a fucking video game,
Wow.
and people are like, "You're fucking dumb."
They're trying to do propaganda, and then
Yeah.
it gets out and like, "Ooh."
Like
remember when that guy standing in the water and like he stands
Yeah,
up because
yeah,
it wasn't
From
that deep?
hurricane,
Yeah,
whatever, yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah,
I mean, that's really impressive on the video game front.
Yeah.
That like someone could
looks
look at it
real.
and be like, "Holy crap, that happened." Yeah.
the new Indiana Jones has supposedly wrapped. It's
Oh,
done.
really?
So
Is it? What's it? Harrison Ford. still in
Harrison
it?
Ford
Wow.
is he's still in it.
He gotta be what 70 something now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Crazy.
The brand new announcement for the new Pokemon game
Yeah.
is it
Mhm.
Sapphire and
No, it's Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet. So we're getting our new, and it looks like they're blending elements of
Open world.
open world
Mhm.
as along with the traditional Pokemon style game that we're used to, and we're gonna finally on this new generation cycle get brand new Pokemon.
Yeah, they didn't say what. How
Yeah,
They
Well, I'm
showed
saying-
the starters though.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna get the next gen, like Gen
Mm.
9 or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
this is.
Gen 9.
Like we haven't had a new gen on the Switch yet. It's
Yeah,
either
no,
been
yeah,
it's been a remake game or it's been
because Sword and Shield was like some new ones.
yes, it was Sword and Shield with some new ones, but they were it wasn't like a full generation. And I think your starters were starters that were in the game before.
No, they
No?
were brand new.
They were so this is our
Yeah.
second new generation then.
Well, I don't know if they consider that generation. I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
yeah, the Score Bunny and Sobble, they were all brand new.
Okay. Well there you go.
So now the
I'm
new
wrong.
ones, and
Yeah.
then people are upset that the cat may stand on two legs when it evolves. They're very upset about that, even though the evolutions have not been revealed.
Yeah.
Who cares?
What?
I know It's so dumb. Imagine worrying about this. So there's a
That
cat.
alligator's gonna look dope when it's done.
Yeah,
The fire alligator.
there's a fire alligator. Forget Fuquoco, and then the cat's name is. It's in Spain. They're saying like Spain, so everything's kind of Spanish sounding. So I forget the cat's name, but it's like Fujitita or something. And so it's a little cat. It's a grass cat. It has grass powers, and they're mad because when it evolves, it might not stand on 4 legs, and people are upset about that.
You know, there's
Even
a lot
though-
worse things to be upset about.
Even though we don't know because they didn't reveal what it
Yeah.
evolves into. Why would you care? I'm like, why is this an issue? And people are making memes about it. I was like, I didn't believe it because Ben told me first, and I looked up and I was like, it's true. Oh my god, these people have no fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, let's complain about something we don't even know if will happen or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, the game looks pretty good.
New
so far.
Uncharted movie is getting good reviews.
yeah.
Oh,
People
with
are
what's his
saying-
name?
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Yeah, I always want to say
And
Tom
Mark
Hardy.
Wahlberg.
There
Yeah,
was
it's good.
something else I seen. I just missed it though.
They released a Moon Knight image or something.
Oh yeah,
today.
new Moon Knight stuff.
Scream just came out today on digital.
Voodoo, yeah. What do you mean you're missing something? I threw it out at you already.
Oh, Bender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fans said the at first when the new Futurama was announced that Joe was not going to be doing the voice of Bender. That has been changed as of today, and he said he has been cast to be back as Bender. So that's exciting.
So, do you think it was him that said no originally?
I don't think it was that. I don't think that was the case. I think they
Okay.
were just like,
They just didn't have
Trying
a
to
Yeah.
voice in a
someone
row.
else maybe?
Because
Hmm.
well, isn't he the voice of Lucy in the Disenchantment?
I believe so.
And which the same guy does Futurama and did Simpsons and the other cartoon that I can't think of right now.
Yeah. Oh, there is something else I was that I was into. I since seeing Ghosts live, I've been listening to like them on shuffle. So I actually went back and I've been listening from like front to back each album, just kind of getting
Nice.
used, like listening to the band as they evolve.
As you go on
And,
your pop hunt.
I'm done. Pops
Yeah.
are done. I'm into the band, man. I like their whole style. I like their gimmick. I've been really diving into their lore and their backstory. What a cool backstory this band has. Like, it should be a comic book. It's that fucking good. Essentially, this church created this guy, this Papa, and his idea is to use rock and roll music to sway the masses to their religion.
That's why they weren't allowed to dance in Footloose, right?
And so it's the Church of Satan using this band and these ghouls to go out and recruit the world by use of rock and roll.
So is that the band that's going to get the movie? Are you
Ghost?
talking- Yeah.
Oh, if
They
Ghost
should.
gets a movie, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
They should get a movie. They have a whole backstory, and then each album they change. Papas are the main guy, but it's still the same guy, just a different mask.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool lore to this band. They're fun. Yeah, but that's the only other thing I just remembered because he wrote in the chat, Ghost.
Yeah. Okay.
He was supposed to talk about the Patrick Swayze movie.
Yeah.
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 All right. I guess we should get into our topic.
Yeah.
Now.
Is there any other news that I missed?
I don't think so.
That I'm aware of.
All right, let's get into our topic. If you are in the chat, tell us who your celebrity crushes were growing up. Not now, growing up. So get them in the chat and we'll get them in. Who wants to go first? Let's let one of the ladies go first. Kelly, you go
Wait,
first.
Are we
Spin
gonna
the bigger
say like
list.
all of them? No.
Let's spin the planchette.
Are we
See where
going?
it
Are we
lands.
just
I
gonna
don't
say
know.
all of them?
I can't spin.
Well,
I mean, if you have a bigger list, you could split it up. Like maybe like do 3, and then we'll circle around if any like
Okay.
or whatever.
All right. I'll go.
Uh,
Tell you never.
Or if you want
played
to throw them
Spin
all
the
out now,
Bottle.
that's
Alright.
fine too.
Oh, it
Well,
won't
I
spin.
mean,
Try to
I
spin the
did
planchette.
say I did make
It's gonna
my
be loud.
list. I've got like 6, and then I got honorable mentions.
Yeah.
In case we needed. Some people didn't say less,
It's
so
who
I
you
thought
like,
maybe
so-
we needed more.
Right.
You know. Okay.
Heidi's gonna be the only diverse one on the table.
Okay. Anyway, Wesley Snipes.
Oh.
I was very into Wesley
So
Snipes.
explain why.
I don't know why. I just think he's
She just
hot.
liked him. Man,
I watched Blade every weekend for like a year,
Wow.
and all of his other movies, Demolition Man with the
So this is
blonde
like-
hair. I don't know why.
It's like 93, 94, 95.
Yeah. He was in White Man Can't Jump,
might
Money
be-
Train
that
with
might be
Jennifer
92.
Lopez. That was a good one.
What was where he's the gangster bad guy? Fucking New Jack City.
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't. I've never seen it.
He did not age well. Jail was not good to him.
Yeah, wasn't he in jail for tax
Was he?
evasion?
Yeah,
for
tax evasion. And
or
wasn't he-
something.
wasn't he not the Willie Mays Hayes in Major League or not? Am I thinking the wrong?
Was
one?
he?
No.
I don't
No?
think so.
No, maybe I'm thinking of the.
He was just in the new Kevin
I
Hart
can't
movie. And
remember
Heidi's
now.
seen him and she goes, "Oh boy."
He did not age well. It's very sad. He was in the new Coming to America too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys. Everyone was in love with Nick, but I
Nick or Brian?
Did
did
you
not.
have the doll? Remember they had
No.
dolls?
With the puppets.
I did not. Alyssa Milano. She was, I don't know. I
Who's
loved
the
her.
boss?
And Who's
or-
the
or
boss?
Charmed?
Both. Who's the boss and Charmed. I loved her in Charmed, but also she wasn't my favorite sister in Charmed.
There was a time when she was smoking hot.
Cool.
Yeah, back then.
Alyssa
Oh,
Milano.
she still is.
Yeah.
Is that him now? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was Willie Mays Hayes.
She
and
just looked like
Major
she's got a
League.
little work done,
Yeah,
but
it
she
was.
looks good still. Eliza Dushku.
That's
She was
a,
big back then.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. I feel like she was in so many things. She was in Wrong Turn. She did what was that cheerleading one?
Was she in Jane's
Bring It
Silent Bob
On?
Strike Back?
Yes. No. Yes.
Wait, what'd you say?
Jane Silent Bob Strike Back. I believe she
Oh,
was in that. She was the leader of the girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. And
Shannon Elizabeth too.
Yeah. She
Oof.
was in that one too. And Michelle Rodriguez.
This one, Michelle Rodriguez. I guess as she gets older, maybe a little less.
Well, can you
but
give me a movie she was in? I'm not.
Fast and Furious, Resident Evil. She was the
She was in a
Spanish
bunch of
girl.
other stuff,
She was a
too.
Spanish girl that got her photos on the screen. She got bitten
Oh.
Resident Evil, and she was squeezing the blood. She goes, "Eat it, you pigs!" And she's like
Oh.
on the pipe.
Was that
She was
the
like-
first Resident Evil?
She was the
Yeah.
sweatiest Spanish girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, movie
I
not
didn't
good, but
see that movie
she was
actually.
she's pretty awesome to look at in the movie.
Yeah, I like her because she's always kind of like a badass. Like,
Yeah.
Was she in Death Race or something? Not Death Race. One of the. It looks like
No.
a Quentin Tarantino film.
Oh,
it's not Death
actually,
Proof.
Was she in that?
Was she
No,
in that?
No, she wasn't
Oh wait,
in Death Proof.
I can't remember now. Rose
Kylie.
McGowan was in that, but I don't remember. She might have.
I could be confused.
No,
She might have played a part.
She's hot.
All right, so that was my.
Resident Evil movie, not hot.
Yeah.
I
but-
didn't see.
Although
that.
I
I've never
see that
seen any
movie
of
was
those.
on the new one was on Blu-ray and I almost bought it. Welcome to Raccoon City. I don't know if anyone's seen that.
I haven't.
No, not yet.
Yeah, it was at Walmart. And I was like, I don't know.
Why did you just say Death Proof?
Yeah, the one where what's his name drives the car. That's how I
Yeah.
describe
Kurt
that.
Russell. Come on, Kurt Russell.
What's his name drives the car but he can't get out and there's girls.
Those girls.
So Fast and Furious.
Oh, could be. Maybe it's
Oh,
Knight
you're
Rider.
thinking. You're thinking this. Girl,
She was in
right?
Machete Kills.
Oh, okay, that
You're
might be
thinking
it.
this girl.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Machete Kills, which was a trailer in that movie.
Yeah, how about that? Then they made it a movie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because Danny Trejo was in it.
Yes.
Machete.
Well, Machete was a joke, like a joke ad in
Yeah,
that movie.
and then it got popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
someone else go now.
Let me read the chats here.
Planet
To-
Terror.
Topanga.
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 Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Topanga.
I never watched that
Yeah.
show, but I seen her years later. I was
Oh,
like,
I
she's
loved
so
her.
fucking hot.
Yeah.
Big wrestling fan and
Yeah.
still hot to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's actually
Name-
going to be at 90s Con.
Yeah.
Although when I
a
heard that
bunch
name,
of
I
them
go,
are.
what the fuck's a Topanga?
Yeah. It's what
That
you
was
put
the
in- you
relationship
put it-
goal, Corey
You
and
put it in the
Topanga.
drink
Yeah.
and it makes orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
that's
Or
hot.
isn't there a Topanga in California too? I think so.
Probably.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
outside
think
of.
so.
It's
I
outside
wonder why
of
they named her character then. I'll have to look it up.
Topanga. It's-
Sarah
it
Chocolate from
sticks.
Scrubs.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her.
It was also it was a Rodriguez one. She was in, I think, Planet Terror. I don't know. I didn't see Planet Terror.
Bill
I
could
don't
be
know if I
right.
saw that one.
I'm not gonna.
Bill's probably
yeah,
right.
I'm
Bill's
not gonna-
probably
I'm
right.
not gonna
Yeah.
deny
I
it.
don't,
He's
I don't
probably
think
right.
it was her though. Still with the machete or not the machete, the machine gun leg. That's what that one was.
No,
Oh,
that was-
That was Rose.
Yeah,
McGowan.
yeah,
That
Rose
was
McGowan.
McGowan.
All right, Kelly.
Okay, are we doing them all in one shot?
You can do
Or-
whatever.
I
Do whatever
did.
you
Yeah,
want.
do it in one
All
shot.
So
I
I'm gonna
did them
go
all.
right off of her Fast and Furious and say Paul Walker.
Yeah, he was on. my list.
So
God rest
he,
his soul.
No, you
Yes.
mean not Tammy and the T-Rex?
those blue eyes are enough
Yes.
to take anybody down.
Yeah.
He
So
could have
Paul-
been a good Human Torch. No, I think he was still alive.
He
Cool.
was just a
I know
gen.
that's a.
That's kind of how he
but I'm
died.
just saying. that-
Oh
He was a
R.I.P.
genuine
Paul
good
Walker.
human being. Like there's a lot of stories out there of a lot of different kindnesses he done for some different
Dude,
people.
there is a fucking Facebook group, and this is the fucking God's honest truth, and it's called the RIP Paul Walker group. And it used to be our go-to fucking group to check every day. At least me and Kayla would check at FYE every day, and people would take a picture like, "Here's my puppy Darwin, and he misses Paul Walker." All right, and it's every day, just people like still posting like, "Here's a chicken salad, Paul
I miss
Walker's
Paul Walker.
favorite."
We are insane.
It's the fucking craziest. Like, it's fucking nuts.
Okay, you think it's nuts though, but it's getting your view.
yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Mhm.
You went back every day.
Yeah.
That
Paul
shows the
Walker.
dedication.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
funny.
Another one was Martin Henderson. He was in Torque. when I was in high school. So all mine will be
They're, like
basically
car related.
Yeah, it's a motorcycle movie.
Oh, okay.
Don't know him.
So it was like the motorcycle version of Fast and the Furious.
Oh, okay.
So
don't
I
think I
watch it
saw
back
it.
now. It's cheesy, but I still like Martin
Yeah.
Henderson. And then he was also in a TV series called Off the Map. He was in a TV series. It's on Netflix now. It's very good. I recommend it to anybody. Jason Momoa is also in it. So it's like a 2-for-1. It's called The Red Road, and it's about a Native American reservation and kind of the struggles they go through there. What else did I put? I can't even remember. Tom Welling
I
from
was gonna say-
Smallville.
Mhm.
Superman. Well, not Superman because he never actually becomes Superman.
No, I think he flies at the end. He gets
Yeah,
to be
but he
Superman
never
at the
puts
very
the
end.
suit on. They made it
Oh.
for the show, but he never
Never
puts
puts
it
it
on.
on.
Interesting.
He doesn't look real.
I know he was.
Yeah, he looks like a
He looks like not-
weird science, but if you made a dude weird,
He
science.
looks like
Yeah.
he looks like the dude from the TV shows. Is it the Supernatural shows? The guy with the fucking fake eyebrow looking like the
No, Vampire Diaries.
I don't know who you mean.
Oh, Ian
Damien.
Somerhalder.
Yeah.
or Summer-
He just
Summer
got that
something
look
or
like the
another.
whole time. He's just like he looks like Jack Nicholson's Joker all the time. He's just like I'm gonna do things.
I liked his hair and his lips, so I liked him. And
You can like
Who
who
was
you
your
like.
model guy?
Travis Frimmel. Yes, that was my the last guy picture I had in my
I don't know who
locker.
he is, but he's cute.
So he was a Calvin Klein model, and then years later, I'm looking at this guy playing Ragnar Lothbrok on History Channel. I'm like, man, he looks familiar, and I type in his name. That's why I had your picture in my locker when I
Now he's a
was a
Viking.
junior in high school. Yeah. And then the last one is probably my very first crushes for the Hardy Boys. Of
Oh, look at
course.
that. Down, down.
I had a
down.
ton
I
of
always
wrestling.
like Jeff
I-
more than Matt.
See, I was more a Matt girl.
They're coming
So-
back.
Yeah, usually
They're,
everyone
I like
picks
the
Jeff.
weird ones.
they're
No,
coming
I
back.
like
They're doing
that.
photo shoots as the Hardy Boys.
I
They're-
believe it's the 9th.
yeah.
Is when they can come back.
So yeah, the Hardy Boys were my favorite guys out of wrestling. So I only picked one wrestling crush, so I didn't throw everything.
She didn't say
wrestling.
Kenny Omega, so I'll say.
I
it
like
for
The
her.
Rock. He
Well,
was the
that
only
was
poster I ever
childhood
had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a childhood crush.
Oh, okay. There.
Yeah.
Kenny was a child when you were a child. So
Let's
All
go.
right,
Let's
who's
go,
this?
Anthony.
Anthony.
Okay. So the first crush is gonna be Scarlett Johansson.
you can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the first time like I was in high school and I saw the Avengers movie, I was like, I don't know what it is, but
It's so crazy that he could put that in his list because he's young.
I know. I was thinking that
Yeah.
too when he
It's like-
posted it.
It's
I
like,
was like,
fucking, what are you talking? Like, I forget he's young.
He's
yeah.
young. Yep.
Yeah. You're such a Disney mark, by the way.
Yo, that was my point.
We'll
I was
get,
like,
yeah, we'll get there.
you'll-
We'll fucking
you'll
get
understand.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, continue, Anthony. I'm sorry. We always interrupt Anthony, and he just lets us go instead of being like,
Yo, shut
I'm
the
talking.
fuck up.
I think he should have the mute switches.
he
like
should just
all of them.
control all
Just
of them.
him.
just
Be like,
mute everyone.
He's like playing
Okay.
fucking
I believe I'm
Beethoven.
in a group on Facebook that just shares pictures of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a pervy group. I'm see our page, not
Yeah.
a group.
Okay, Anthony.
like I don't know what it was with her, but I don't know. I felt like there was a cool connection because she was like in comic book movies and stuff, and I don't know. I kind of like the aspect of that.
You also like her big boobs too. Let's
I
get
mean,
it
I'm
out
not-
there.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna say
that,
I'm
yeah,
not.
that's not gonna. That doesn't hurt the whole
Her
situation.
ass is nice. Her face is nice. It's Scarlett Johansson fans, and there's 188 people that like this page. Okay,
They all can't be wrong.
188,000. Or-
No, she
Yeah,
is gorgeous. She is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
see,
is.
look at good pictures.
I'm trying to think where I first seen her.
I know. I was trying to think because she was in
Yeah.
other stuff
It's
before.
McGee.
Eight-legged freaks.
The
Oh, I've
first
heard
time
of
I
that.
I seen her was Avengers,
Really?
No,
It
that
might have
had
been
to
the
be
first
something
time for
else.
me too.
and I like her with the red hair. Although it was the blonde hair when it grows out in Endgame or whatever, or Infinity War, I forget.
Didn't she just have a baby?
Looks good.
She's with
We
the
don't talk
Saturday
about
Night Live
we
guy.
don't- We don't talk about that.
Okay, you're gonna ruin everything.
Yeah, come on now.
So sorry.
You want to give people hard offs?
She was in John John. Why
Hard
did
off.
it smack me? I didn't say it.
She was in Home Alone 3.
Nobody watches that.
Yeah,
one.
I was like, wait, wasn't she one of the bad guys?
Was she 10?
The crooks?
I don't think so.
Although I think her absolute hottest is when
I
she
think
was
she
like,
might be.
You know what? She may have been like the older sister of the brother
I
Oh,
feel
maybe.
or something.
her with.
Oh, she was in Black
I
Dahlia.
believe it's Iron Man 2 when she has the
I
curly,
think
long
that's
red
where I
hair.
saw
That's
her,
her
the Black
hottest.
Dahlia.
Yeah.
That might have been right.
All right, who's your
Yeah.
next one?
The next one is my favorite growing up is Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power
That's
Rangers.
a lot of people when I was young.
Yeah.
That's before his time a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to
Yeah,
think
after-
he likes Power Rangers.
Yeah.
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 After watching the show like constantly, I just thought she was like like really beautiful and stuff. And I was like, I wish I could be Tommy in these situations. I wish I could.
You'd morph her.
The Pink Ranger. The Pink Ranger was big, but I was never into it. But when I was a kid, man, a lot of dudes.
Yeah,
like
I
Pink
feel
Ranger.
like
Yeah.
that was like the go-to.
You know what's funny? That show to me was so like boy masculine that I didn't even know there was two girls in it. I was like, they're
Really?
fucking
Oh yeah,
fighting, and they're gonna fucking
there's
fight
robots.
everything.
Robots will
Fucking
fight monsters.
robots, and they're fucking punching shit. Like I didn't like even pro wrestling when I was a kid growing up. Like Miss Elizabeth was there, and
I never even noticed.
not
it,
until
you know?
like the Attitude Era was like, oh,
Yeah.
there's fucking half naked chicks,
Yeah.
but they also threw it in your face. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was so like hyper masculine. I was like football. I don't give a fuck. There's cheerleaders there. Like, who cares? But like, now you're just like,
it was Miss Elizabeth, and you were scared of Sherry.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Like, you're like, "Ugh," and Luna, you're like, "Ugh."
you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, did not. What do we got here? Estella Warren and Kangaroo Jack, and Victoria Justice and Zoe 101.
Something
Okay.
like
Oh, I
that.
just watched the movie with her today.
Victoria Justice is a hell of a name.
That's a
I
good
don't
wrestling
think it's
name.
Yeah.
a
I was
real
gonna
name.
say, now
Yeah.
that's a wrestling name.
Ah,
nice.
that's my brother Miles.
Oh.
Miles Morales.
I'm not sure. I don't know the context of.
Yeah, that is that a movie or a show? If you could just say what that is, Horror Script Podcast. Which he
Also, thanks for following us.
Horror
Yes.
Script Podcast.
Follows all the pages.
Is that Miles and his brother's podcast?
Who are you talking about?
Frankenweenie.
Does he
I
have a
don't know.
podcast?
I think so. If he's saying
I
it's his
didn't know
brother
he had a
Miles,
podcast.
I think they started one. I think him and his
Oh.
brother started a
not
horror
know that.
podcast.
Well,
yeah.
whoever's doing
No,
that
that-
likes all our pages, so thank you very much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. I
Yeah.
mean, we've hung out with them. It's fucking. We used to work
Yeah,
with
it
him
was-
and his
yeah.
brother. Yeah.
Well, let
Scarlett-
us know if that is.
I think. Yes.
All right. Well,
there it is. We nailed it.
So we're talking to Rich then.
Yeah, it's Rich.
Yeah.
Scarlett was the. Oops, sorry. I fucking. Oh, that was his crush.
The man
Pink
who
Ranger.
wasn't there,
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the man. The man who wasn't there, and he tried to tell like.
guy not to fuck a girl, then he immediately goes and fucks that girl.
Yeah, his crush was the Pink Ranger. Is that what you're saying? What do we got here? Side note: Victoria Justice is unmarried, 5 years older than me. So, if I get pro my
I gotta
comedy
look her
career,
up.
yeah, check. That's a great name. All right, Nikolai.
All right. So
Let's
I
go
will-
through your
I'm going to
fucking-
start off with this.
There we go.
It is so Disney heavy.
For sure.
I'm definitely a Disney person all around, and you will see why. So I have 3 on my list, at least that I'm presenting today anyway. The first one's Hillary Duff.
Oh, Hillary Duff's fucking hot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hillary Duff and Mandy Moore were
and,
like,
and so's this girl. That
Victoria
Yeah.
Justice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, Mandy Moore and Victoria
Hillary
Justice
Duff.
and Hillary Duff were 2 girls. I was like, holy fuck, they're like. So, same with what's her name before she got fucking nutty?
Oh,
Amanda
Amanda
Bynes.
Yeah.
No, not Amanda Bynes.
Oh, that was my news.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh.
She was.
Amanda Bynes
No,
was hot, but that
Lindsay
was my
Lohan was
news. I
thick.
forgot about
Mean
that.
Girls.
This episode's gonna
When
do
she
things.
walks downstairs when she gets her makeup. When she gets her makeup.
Gabrielle Union for
My
me in
God.
that one.
I don't know
yeah.
her.
That was the black girl in Mean Girls.
No,
Oh,
she
what?
wasn't in
Oh,
Mean
that
Girls.
was the cheerleader movie.
That was she was in Bring It On, and she was in.
Who was the black girl in Mean
uh,
Girls?
How about the
Wasn't one.
How about the black girl?
I don't think.
Clueless. Now there's a hot black.
Oh yeah.
I don't know her name. Sorry.
I can't
That's what I'm
remember
thinking.
her name.
Clueless.
Yeah.
No,
Wasn't it-
you're
wasn't it-
thinking 10 Things I Hate About You. Gabrielle
No,
Union.
fucking Gabrielle Union was-
was in that.
Gabrielle
No,
Union
movie
was
she
in
was.
Cradle to the
Legend.
Grave.
She was in that. That was Aaliyah.
No, that was Gabrielle Union. Look that up. Cradle to the Grave is Gabrielle Union.
Cradle to the Grave. is-
Stacy Dash is her
Stacey
name.
Dash. That's it.
Yeah. Gabrielle Union was not in fucking that movie. Both
It was
of them you said.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was Aaliyah in
You're gonna
in
tell me
Cradle-
I'm wrong. Go ahead. Look it up. You know that I'm right.
I don't
I'm
think
always
you're
right.
I don't think you're right.
Gabrielle Union was in 10 Things I
Look
Hate
in your
About
heart,
You.
Luke. You know it. to
And
be
Bring It
true.
On. Bring
Yeah,
It On.
I
She
said
was the head of
cheerleader
the
movie.
Clover.
I said the cheerleader
Bring It
movie.
On.
Yeah, so I was right with the cheerleader movie.
Yeah. And you told me I was wrong.
And she wasn't 10 things I hate about
Thank you. You always question me. I'm always right.
Gabrielle Union is beautiful. All right, next one.
Well, I didn't even get to say anything.
Yeah,
you said
So
Hillary
I was just
Duff.
like
Hillary Duff,
Hillary
yeah.
Duff,
Mm.
and then
And we all cut you off.
We all agreed.
Explosion.
Yeah, we agreed.
Was she, what was her show called?
Lizzie McGuire.
Yes.
I loved her and Lizzie McGuire.
I didn't even know
in
she
the
had a
Lizzie
show.
McGuire movie.
Sing
got
to
a
me,
movie.
Paolo.
Bunch of stuff. Yes.
Wasn't she a singer?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I had all of her CDs. I had the music video DVD.
You're out of control.
I still got
Dang.
them, and I'm still pissed that I had to work because she was at FYE and I think Philly at one point, doing a signing. Still sad about that, but
Haley
yeah.
Duff hot too. So her.
Oh,
sister,
she was.
next
I
on my
don't know
list
why this is-
would be Selena Gomez, another Disney
Okay.
star.
Look at you going Hispanic.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you had to point that out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I was kind of
Weirdo.
looking through people's lists, and I was like,
Yeah.
I looked at Heidi. I think Heidi. They mean Heidi are the ones who picked people who weren't white.
Sorry, this is Whiteville over
I
here.
Yeah.
totally thought that
Fucking
was-
crackers.
I
Fucking
totally
get
thought
some-
it was Aaliyah.
Get some color in your lives. But yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
No, I used to watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
I
a lot.
loved her character
Yeah.
in that show.
And as you can probably see out of these people so far, they don't really play the super popular, like super attractive thing. At least in the
Yeah.
things that I name, anyway. I'm not really sure.
They're not like the
What?
it girl,
Yeah.
like the popular girl.
Yeah.
Bill says Rachel McAdams is another
Oh,
one for him.
she's hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She was in Mean Girls.
Mhm.
Her character in Wizards of Waverly Place was.
You know who's
good,
not
though. She
hot?
was like,
It's an office joke.
oh, shut up.
Hilary Swank.
She was like
No, I agree.
goofy, like
Yeah.
and witty, like
Yeah.
And I thought it was so funny.
Yeah. I really enjoyed her character in the show.
I keep wanting to like go back and just like rewatch it all
Yeah.
because I've only seen like random episodes.
And your last one.
Anyway.
And then the last one is Bella Thorne. Actually, I was
Oh,
lucky
what-
enough. She did like an online signing.
Oh.
So I have her autograph for
Are
her
you
book.
subscribed?
What is she
Subscribe-
from?
No,
OnlyFans.
I was at one time I did. When it
What
first
was she
came
in
out.
on Disney?
When you
Yeah.
thought she was going to be naked and
So-
she wasn't?
No, I didn't really care about that.
Isn't that what the whole thing was? Like, people,
Yeah, that's what people were pissed about. But she was in Shake It Up.
Oh, I never saw. It.
and she
I
directed
don't
a
think I
porn.
did.
She did.
Really?
She
Yeah.
did.
She has a working name, Bella
Yeah.
Thorne.
Yeah.
There's, like, a bunch of
she
movies
directed
on,
a
like,
porn.
Who is it? Hulu?
Mhm.
But
It
we
was-
were talking about this
she
before.
looks like she does.
There's, like, a
porn.
lot of
Nothing
movies
against
with
her.
her on it
She's
right
hot.
now.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Like the babysitter
That was good.
movie 1 and 2 of her. I
Oh, that
really
was her?
liked. Yeah, she was like the psycho.
Super hot. No.
That was a good
cheerleader
movie.
one. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like a lot of people, maybe not when she was younger, had a crush on her, but they definitely do now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like again, she was not one of those like, upfront characters that were like the super popular and stuff.
Mhm.
But I also love her spirit as a person now anyway, because like somebody hacked her account at one point and took a bunch of the news that she took, I guess, for her like boyfriend or whatever at the time. And they were like threatening to like post it and kind of like destroy her essentially. And she was like, well, fuck you. I'm going to post it myself.
Yeah.
And then did it.
She seems
I was like-
very like, I'm just gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like as a child actor, a lot of them tend to go in a more not
Rough.
a
way.
wilder way
Yeah.
after leaving child
Yeah.
acting. But also I just like that, that spirit,
So
to that.
Forgotten said Margot Robbie. So these are all crushes that we had when we were a kid. This is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Not right
this,
now.
this is like we
Right.
did like a cutoff of when the oldest age you were able to remember till like your high
Yeah.
school.
Like if Margot
For
Robbie
us.
was around when we were kids.
Yeah,
I'm
if
sure,
this is like
yeah.
current day hottest girls in the world,
Yeah.
that
Well,
fuck
we
our
also
hottest
don't
people.
know how old he is.
Yeah, so maybe
Right.
maybe
Maybe that's high
Forgotten
school
is
for him.
still
Yeah.
high
Yeah,
school.
if you're
kid.
like a 14-year-old boy right now, yeah, Margot Robbie. is-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great pick.
Yeah.
Awesome pick. But we're kind of going back a little bit
Yeah.
to when we were younger.
Okay.
Even our promo photo had Will Smith
Yeah,
and
Alicia
Alicia
Those were
Silverstone.
good
Yeah.
picks.
Alicia
Those were-
I
Silverstone.
say
yeah.
Will Smith's not attractive. That
No,
picture.
I do.
Now, when he grew up, when he was that, he was
I think Will
God.
Smith has like maybe to a girl like he's not attractive, but
Yeah.
I think his confidence and his
Yeah.
swagger
Mm.
And
makes
he was funny.
we're just talking superficial looks.
yeah. But I'm saying his girls will see him like Paul Rudd. I don't think is super attractive.
What?
but because-
God!
but
What?
I think
Sexiest
Just
man
stop
on the-
talking. Move
Yeah.
on.
But I
So was
think-
Blake Shelton.
Move on.
Let's go.
But I think
He's-
I
he's
think
not
Paul-
good
I
looking
think,
either,
I
but-
think the way Paul Rudd carries himself and presents himself and his confidence and all that, girls find
If
him.
Paul
And you
Rudd-
could have a
Oh,
crush
I
on
love
somebody
him.
based on
If Paul Rudd was
not
an
just their
asshole,
looks.
He'd still be a good-looking man.
Yeah.
I think he's good looking, but the hottest in the world.
No.
He's the sexiest man alive last
Oh,
year.
but yeah, he won that last
Blake
year.
Shelton
Yeah.
did a few years ago.
And I'm not disputing it. Good for him. But
Yeah.
I think the way he carries
He's cute.
himself gives him more props to women.
No, I think he's cute. The dark hair, the light blue eyes, the funny man like persona on him. He's hot.
Ant-Man
Sorry.
doesn't age.
Doesn't age.
What,
The
what
man
did, what
does
did you
not
say?
age.
The funny man persona.
The funny man.
So
Yeah.
the way he carries
But
himself.
no.
Chris Farley was a funny man too. And I
Right.
bet you the girls aren't. He
But
had that
he
lip.
has.
But I
he
bet
has-
you Chris Farley made a girl laugh and got his fucking penis touched because of it.
Yeah, but he isn't on the. He ain't.
Just
Technically
saying.
man of the
he
year.
didn't have his beautiful blue eyes and that black hair that's kind of there. Like I don't know. It's like
So
a shag.
add Paul
I
Rudd to
love it.
Kelly's list.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
well,
He
this
said-
is all
Oh,
right.
my nowadays is screwed.
Forgotten
Fair
says
point.
fair point, and he goes, "Your boy is 25." So yeah,
I think Paul Rudd's all right. I don't.
So when
I like
Margot
super hot,
Robbie
but-
first came, like,
probably Wolf on Wall Street.
well, yeah, when
He
did
was
she get
probably,
big?
like,
So what
late
was
high
that?
school
5
then.
years? Yeah.
5, 6 years
Might have
ago.
been the end of his high school then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's his. That works for
No,
him.
he was 19, so hopefully he was out of high school. by
Yeah.
then.
Listen, I
If
knew
he
somebody
wasn't,
who was like
nothing
21
against
in
that.
high school.
I knew a guy that flunked 5th grade twice, and they flunked 6th grade.
Wow.
Just quit.
So that's 3 years in middle school
Aw.
in 2
Aw.
grades.
That sucks. Who's your? All right, let's go to you, Andy. Or you want to go first? You want to end, or you want to go next?
I don't know. I should end.
Or you should end. All right. So I will
should
go.
you end?
Why?
because I'm the best.
I like the confidence. Though.
So I will start off with one of my 2 Kellys, and it's not you at the table. I'm sorry.
No, don't get excited.
I didn't know.
Kelly.
I
It's
didn't
a
know.
hot name. What can I
Settle
say?
down.
I didn't know you in high school. But the first one, every morning you wake up before you walk out that door, it's all right because we're saved by the bell. Kelly Kapowski.
She is really hot. I
She
never
is.
watched that show, and years later, I was like, wow, she's fucking hot.
yeah.
She is,
I seen
yeah.
her in Ladies Man.
I will say this: very uncomfortable picking this photo because she's probably clearly underage and she's taking photos on a
She
burlesque.
might not be though.
she might
they
not
were
be.
all
Wha-
old.
What's her real name?
I don't know.
It's
Uh,
Donna Diaz.
No, it's Tiffany.
Tiffany Amber Thyssen. There you
She's
go.
fucking Kelly Kapowski forever.
Yeah.
Speaking of my Kellys, this is my number one. First time I ever seen a girl, I was like, holy fuck, that's my thing. And I'm not really into blondes, but she kind of toted that line between a rocker chick and a goth chick,
Mhm.
depending on episodes. Fucking Kelly
Ow!
Bundy.
You got to do that.
Kelly-
Ow! When you walk out.
Look at it. I'm rocking the Kelly Bundy t-shirt. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
If you're around between 87 and 96, Kelly Bundy was probably top of your list.
I will say this, though.
Top 5.
I even thought fucking Peg was hot.
I still don't
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
I'm like, why doesn't I want to fuck her? Because
Yeah, I always thought that
I'm
too.
13.
I was
Yeah.
like, she's in good shape. Like, look at that. I
Yeah.
always thought the same thing.
Look at her
I thought it was
fucking
so weird.
legs and those leggings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly,
She had an ass on her.
fucking, she was killing the legging game before anybody thought.
And she was
Yeah.
always dressed up, like all
Mhm.
done up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And
All
Kelly,
right.
Kelly always had
we
the
wanted no
best-
parts.
So this
the
is
best
for me.
wardrobe.
This is a little
She
later.
did. She
This
did a
is
good
my
one.
high school years, but one of the first ones was the first time I seen Ghetto Superstar music video. Fucking the singer Maya.
Oh, I got scared. I thought you were going to say Missy Elliott.
No.
I was like, okay.
So there is a little bit of a trend for me. There is another girl on my list that I didn't put on because I kind of cut my list down,
That's fine.
but she falls in the same bank.
Sorry,
That
guys.
falls in the same category as this because I am a sucker for that hair, like the fucking crimpy curly
Mhm.
hair.
What's her name again?
Maya. She
Oh.
was at my love is like, whoa, my ass is
probably
like.
has no
yeah,
idea.
she
That
was,
don't
yeah,
He doesn't know.
Um,
that.
Does she sing Ghetto Superstar
she was
Yeah.
the chorus.
with Old Dirty Bastard?
Yeah, she was the
She
chorus.
was in.
Ghetto
She did the song with
Superstar,
Yep.
that is
Moulin
for
Rouge.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Moulin
Oh,
Rouge.
okay.
Moulin Rouge.
She was.
But-
Who was she in Moulin?
not in the movie.
She did this.
Oh.
She was part of the song.
Oh.
with
I
got
Christina
excited for a second. I was
Aguilera.
like, what?
But the other girl who falls in the same category as her is Hillary Banks from Wet Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah, I
the
like
oldest
Ashley
sister.
Banks.
The
I
older
like the
sister.
younger
That
one
hair, that
better.
crimpy. Oh, all day.
I
Fucking-
think I know her. I never watched the show.
Hillary Banks was fucking gorgeous. And then my last one, I'm gonna fuck up her name.
Sanaa Lathan.
Sonali.
Sanaa
Sanal
Lathan.
Lathan. She was in a movie in my high school years called Love and Basketball and Brown Sugar. Love and Basketball was this guy and girl who grew up neighbors and they played basketball with each other all the time and they were like on and off and they should have been together but they never were together, and then they both had dreams of being like NBA and WNBA basketball players, and she was one of the stars, and she was also in the movie Brown Sugar where her and the Omar Epps grew up, same kind of premise where they were kids the whole time growing up,
Hey,
and they fell in love. Tay Diggs, and they fell in love
who's
with
also pretty hot.
and they fell in love with the idea of hip
How do
hop.
you spell her name?
SANAA.
Yeah, she's in a lot of
LATH.
I want to say like black movies. She doesn't get cast.
She
yeah.
did.
Not familiar with her at all.
Yeah,
She just did one on Netflix.
She's just so
a couple years ago
naturally-
that was so good.
she's just so naturally beautiful. Like she
Mhm.
doesn't. You'll never really see her fully done up. And when she
She was in Blade.
Yeah, she wasn't played. Yeah, but in the movie Brown Sugar, her and this guy in the movie fall in love with the idea of hip hop, and the whole time she
Ooh,
writes.
You're just
She-
making this movie sound worse and
Yeah,
worse. to me.
she writes an article for Def Jam. She ends up getting older and working for Def Jam magazine, and she writes hip hop articles, and she talks about and the whole time she's saying how she's talking about her love for hip hop, but she's actually talking about hip hop and him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like Blade was her first movie.
No, she definitely Love and Basketball was before Blade.
No, that was
Mm.
2000. Blade was 1998.
Holy fuck, Blade's that old.
Blade is that old. Yeah.
I did
Yeah,
not know
I was
that.
in 5th grade.
I was gonna. Yeah, I remember watching it when I was in like 6th grade or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they were my picks. They were my. I'm just that hair, like the crimped curly hair.
I like
Fucking forget about it.
Yeah.
I'll kill a cat or whatever you need me to do. I'll fucking
Yo, weirdo.
I'll fucking I'll disown my
I know.
mother.
There was like no
Killing that.
hesitation in
I'll
there.
dis-
It's just like,
no.
I'm gonna
I'll
kill the cat.
disown my mother for that hair.
The girl's like,
Yeah.
I'll just style my hair like that. We don't have to kill animals.
Yeah. And on that note, Andy.
Okay. So when I was a child, I didn't understand anything, and I liked cartoon characters.
I don't have this
Oh.
one on the list.
It's okay.
Oh.
I'm just
I
gonna
didn't-
blow through it.
Go
Scarlet
ahead.
from GI Joe. She was the one
Oh, I
long hair.
don't know what she
Lady
looks
J was
like.
the short hair one, but we don't like girls with short hair. We like the long hair one. So Scarlet. And then April
nothing
O'Neil,
wrong
because
with
she was
that.
the Turtles, and it's like, oh, it's the Turtles, and there's a girl, and I like her. It's April, and also Smurfette. I don't care. And then Gem of the Holograms, but not Gem. I like Pizzazz because she was cool and she was the bad
All right, here's
guy.
my question for you, real
yeah,
quick.
and
We're-
she had big hair.
I'm gonna
And
ask
she wore
this, I'm
purple
gonna
and
ask the
green.
weird question here.
Mhm.
All right, so like when I say crush,
Yeah,
like
I was a child.
all right,
Yeah. Oh,
like you
that was
weren't
for
you
half
weren't
an hour.
like
I wasn't jerking
I
off
wanna
yet.
fuck that. Holy
No.
fuck,
No, you
fucking
weirdo.
But
Gem and
I was a kid.
Just
No,
asking.
you just
Yeah.
get all like googly eyed.
Yeah.
You think they're so cute and you like them.
First time I seen Kelly Bundy, I was like,
I didn't. I didn't
Things are happening down
understand
there.
jerking off at this time. Right?
All right.
I didn't understand relationships.
so you're going back
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
okay.
going as far as I can remember. I like cartoon characters.
asking
okay?
the question.
So Pizzazz from Gem and the Holograms. Okay. Now
I never
missed-
watched that. I didn't.
I
No,
like-
I didn't either.
I like big hair. I like the 80s thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
So the first like actual human that I can remember is Melissa Joan Hart. Clarissa explains
Oh,
it all. I don't know
yeah.
if you said that picture. And then
She was cute.
Sabrina. But yeah, she was cute. That was like, oh, she's like my age. She was like obtainable, but not really.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how tiny she was.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
very
He's
skinny.
like my height.
Look at Ferguson coming in the back. Like, you fucking
And then
dork.
her alligator somewhere over there.
Oh yeah, I forget his name. Oh pop.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then her buddy that would put the ladder and climb up. Like, man, I wish I was her buddy.
I
Climb
forgot
up.
about that too because didn't Roger do that in Sister?
I'd love to
People
see
are
how,
always climbing through
how
people's
did-
windows back in the night.
I'd love to see how Clarissa explains to her parents how she got pregnant because a kid fucking puts a window up to her room every night.
Yeah, puts a ladder up.
A
They
and
were
ladder.
climbs
always
up.
climbing through windows back then.
Jesus Christ.
You have a pic on your list that I didn't realize how fucking hot she was.
Okay.
Until I
I'm
looked at the
blowing
photo.
through names.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Go.
Well, I mean, we all have photos. That's why I thought you were going with. That.
Oh, the ones I sent. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
remember the ones I
If you don't say this one, I'm fucking saying it for you. Because
I remember I really like Paul Abdul. And then,
Oh,
so we're going to 90s here.
Yeah.
So Xena, if you have that
yes,
photo.
that's the one.
Lucy Lawless.
dude, look how fucking beautiful
She was
Xena
badass.
was.
I used to watch that in the
Was.
morning before school.
I put Xena on,
Holy.
and it's like, you just, she's so fucking hot.
Yeah.
She is. How
was
is
badass.
she never cast as
The
Wonder
other
Woman?
girl,
I know.
The other girl, the blonde one that was
Oh,
also,
Callisto.
she was cute
yeah,
too.
Callisto's really hot.
Yeah.
too. And then
Yeah.
they fight each other. You don't know what to do.
Wasn't she in? Wasn't she in Game of Thrones for a little bit?
Oh,
No, she was in what Spartacus. And that's where she gets
Spartacus.
naked.
yeah,
Okay.
Spartacus.
How is she?
Okay, I know who you're
How
talking
is she not Wonder Woman ever in her
Yeah, but
career?
Yeah,
If she was
good one.
that age now, then she probably would have been one.
Cool.
Because you would look at her and be like, well, there we go.
I always thought Gina Carano would be a good Wonder Woman, but they went with like a skinnier,
Yeah.
like a skinnier.
She would have. I think she would have been. I don't know if her
Yeah.
acting chops would have been up, but she wasn't bad at Man.
then
I know
she
she
I
was
like
like
Gal Gadot.
canceled.
Then she would have got fucking canceled.
yeah,
Yeah, lost
for
Wonder
being,
Woman.
right wing or whatever. And then I forget the other picture I sent. Who was? it?
Sunny.
Oh, Sunny in '90s. Yeah, my God. Sunny was like the first wrestling chick that like, wow, wrestling girls are hot.
Dude, I seen Sunny.
Scared of Sherry and
Yeah.
Miss Elizabeth, which she was really cute, but like,
Well, Sunny was
She
the
wasn't
first. Sunny was the first girl that was just like,
as
I'm
sexual.
hot.
Yeah.
I'm sexual being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had tons of posters of Sunny. I
She
still have the
created.
one.
She created the idea of a diva.
basically, yes. So I mean,
I seen her last year, and I was like,
Yeah.
she's still hot.
Is she?
she's
Yeah.
still kind of hot, even though like she had her ups and downs. When she came back for Hall of Fame, I was like, oh, she's hot for 45.
Dude, even when, like I'm not trying to be like she put on a little bit of weight and she was going through some stuff,
But
and I was
she's
like,
looked
but
good.
you still see her face and you still see her as a kid, and you're like, she's still
That's why I told people, I fuck her now just because for 1995 me,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And when I go back in time to give myself the Power Wheels, then I'll stop me at 14, but I just want to let you know, you bang her one day.
Yeah. I'd bang her just to say I was that close to Shawn Michaels and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my,
Oh my
Hell, you
god.
weirdo.
oh my God.
So many things coming out in this episode.
So many.
Oh,
things.
And the funny
Jesus
thing is, like,
Christ.
there's if she were to not be in as much trouble as she keeps getting into because she has her demons,
Yeah,
there's a very high chance we'd probably work with her and meet her.
yeah, she would be at shows and stuff.
Yeah.
but yeah, she has problems. But
She's fucking gorgeous. She
That was the
she
big
changed the game
ones.
for everybody
Yeah.
back in the day.
I think that's the only pictures I sent. So when,
Yeah.
when I was a child,
Yeah, there were the-
Sonny was, but the man couldn't beat Sonny.
Who?
Jesus Christ.
Sunny. All right, let's see if anyone else has in the chat. That's what,
Getting-
yeah, I
Getting
got
hot in here.
I take
Tammy
my-
Lynn Sitch.
take my hat off. Is there any honorable mentions that
And
maybe
if that
came
ain't a
going around the
redneck
table?
name from the trailer
Lots of
park,
them.
I don't know what is.
Who are some of your
Tammy
honorable
Lynn.
mentions that you didn't say?
Good old Tammy Lynn.
So from Saved by the Bell, I liked Slater.
You were a Slater.
I was a
Is that
skater.
Mario?
Yes,
Lopez?
but Mario
He still looks good.
Do you ever watch the Zach Morris's trash YouTube videos?
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
They go back and they watch old Saved by the Bells, and you were like, Zach was a piece of shit
Oh.
human.
I never watched that show, so
Yeah.
I have no
I
connection.
remember watching it, but I don't remember anything.
I
Didn't they
watched it a
reboot that
lot.
too?
They
I-
did.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
did. And he's Mario Lopez is still in it.
Wasn't he in Pacific Blue? Remember it came on before Raw?
I don't know.
The cops on bikes.
Oh yeah. Yes, he was.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about chips.
No, not
like
what's his name?
mountain bikes they were.
Eric Estrada.
But why don't we go around and say what our crushes are now, if we have
Oh.
time?
Now.
Pick
Now.
one.
Oh wait, I
Okay.
was gonna say because Andy was saying about cartoons. Does anybody have any cartoon crushes?
No,
I was
No.
a child.
I never look at a cartoon character and go, "That's hot."
Yeah, but when you were fucking
No,
10.
Nani
Never.
from Lilo and Stitch was hot. I don't care what you say.
I have one now that's a cartoon character.
Oh,
See,
It's
not
Hades
weird.
from Lore Olympus, the comic book strip I read on YouTube.
holy,
The way
I
she
know.
draws him, holy crap!
never. I never looked at a cartoon.
I don't know.
character.
Ian,
Well, maybe
what,
you're
what's her name?
weird.
Erin Esurance. She was kind of hot in that
Mhm.
commercial. Let's be honest.
I have no clue.
what? Say that again.
It was that Erin Esurance from the Esurance ads. It was this little cartoon girl, and she was
Oh,
hot.
Okay.
I actually thought of one that when I was a kid that I remember looking at for the first time. I was like, "Holy shit!" Cindy Crawford, the old Cindy Crawford
Oh,
beer
yeah.
posters.
She's hot, but I wasn't into her.
Yeah,
Cindy Crawford.
and then there's
Yeah,
a
not
girl who
much.
became like a Victoria's Secret model recently, and she had the Cindy Crawford look.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what her name is. Ali. I don't know.
I don't know. She's beautiful
Alessia
too.
Something.
Once I hit my sister to golf club because she turned off the Ninja Turtles to watch Saved by the Bell.
God.
Um,
Very
Good call,
fitting.
Bill.
Yeah, and
Good
then
call.
the other one I remember growing up, my cousin Brian, his room was like the coolest place in the world to be because he had all like the cool rock
Mhm.
posters and everything, and he had the Janet Jackson poster where he
Oh,
had
the boob one. Remember
the
that was
hands
huge.
over the
huge.
boat,
That
and I was like,
huge.
yeah, I think that's when like. And I'm not trying to like make like a racial thing out of it, but like growing up white, you're kind of force fed like here's all the like white toys and white dolls and white this and
there's
white.
There's not many black.
And there's
people
not
around,
we didn't
let's
have
be
any
honest.
Back
like
then,
a lot
yeah.
of people, like we were very segregated as
Yeah.
a culture. And I remember just seeing like Janet Jackson. I'm like, all right, yeah.
And then her titty fell out. At the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
I'm into people. I'm in like. Can we have some Spanish?
She made, but other than her look, she made awesome music back then. Like I
Mhm.
still go back
Black
and listen
Cat.
to Janet.
I was gonna say I couldn't name one song.
If
Money Over the
if is
Ball.
probably my favorite from hers.
Don't hate her, but
Yeah, I think Janet Jackson for me was the first one. I was like, oh,
If in Rhythm Nation.
Mm.
I think
That's
I'm
one
into.
I was just
I'm, in,
trying to
I
think
think
of.
I'm
Yep.
into Pigment.
oh, Jesus,
So weird.
that is weird.
I was like, I can't wait to get out of this area and get away from all you whiteys and find me a brown
You
girl.
never left the area.
Yeah.
That's because all the brown people came here and I didn't have to go anywhere.
Just stop
God.
talking now.
Yeah, it's like it's going down the road. These are not the.
Everyone
views.
has a
Fuck it.
preference. I'm not being disrespectful. Everyone has their thing.
Anybody else have any honorable mentions?
So wait, are we doing honorable mention or are we doing our present day?
Present day.
Or
Unless you have
either.
any honorable
I
mentions you didn't
can't really
say.
think of
All right, I
present
got an honorable mention. Emily Osment, another Disney. kid.
day.
Grow
Haley
up.
Joel Osment's sister.
Well, I don't know
Yes.
her.
I don't know who she is.
That's a guy, right?
I mean, we're not
Ariana-
judging.
Ariana Grande. That's
The boy from.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
voice.
yeah. I
of
was
Sora.
gonna say that's a guy. Haley's guy.
I don't know. I'm not judging.
He's in the Entourage movie as the
Oh,
son.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment's a dude.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
who
yeah,
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't say
Haley
Haley
Joel.
Joel Osment.
Yeah,
You
Haley
did.
Haley Joel.
It's
I
his
said
sister.
Haley Joel
Yeah, it's
Osment.
his
That's what I said.
She was in like
Hannah Montana.
besides Hannah Montana, the Spy Kids 3D movie.
Yeah, I missed the boat on all
Yeah.
that. I didn't
Yeah.
see any of those.
I didn't see the third. No, I think I did see that one.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was like one of the bad guys.
Yeah, I just meant that was
Or
his
the bad
sister.
spies. Yeah, it's his sister.
The
yeah.
kid from what's the movie?
Secondhand Lions.
I See Dead People.
Oh,
Sixth
Sixth
Sense.
Sense.
Sixth Sense. Yeah.
Like when you're sitting there saying like girls are hot, like I'm like, oh, I can't say that anymore. Like because we have a little bit of an age
Well,
gap.
To be fair, I grew up alongside of them,
Yeah.
so those crushes and things, we were the same.
I would
age.
say the girls that I grew up alongside of were like like the girl your pick from like I never turned a show on seeing a girl my age and be like, oh, she's hot. Like I always went to the older women because they were like, I don't know.
Well,
Well-
it's the same as me. I
I, feel
don't
like
think
that's what
I.
we were watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I guess
it all
it would've been
depends.
at
I
least
watched a lot of
couple
stuff I
Because
shouldn't
I
be
always
watching.
thought the younger sister on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was really pretty too.
She was on my.
Yeah, and as she got older, oh boy, she got hot. like really pretty.
Ashley Banks.
Ashley Banks.
Is that a real name?
No, it's Tatiana.
And then the
Ali.
girls from Full House.
DJ Tanner. She was on my list.
So you know who I'm
I
surprised
like
didn't
DJ
come up?
Tanner.
Maybe it's a present day
She's
one.
hot.
Jennifer Lopez.
She is 90s.
I love her now.
I'm not too into it.
Well, and
I think-
back then I loved
I think
her.
Jennifer Lopez is gorgeous.
I think she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'll give you one that I'm into
Yeah.
now. And I probably was into him back in 2005, 6 when he done the movie The Covenant. And I loved that movie and I loved him as a bad boy, Sebastian Stan. And I love him now as
Winter Soldier.
the Winter
Okay.
Soldier. And now he's playing Tommy Lee and the Pam and Tommy series on Hulu, which I have yet to see.
What's
but
his name?
Sebastian Stan.
I'll get a picture for you.
What else
I
is
think
he in?
modern
Oh,
day.
the gold or some the
There's
Olympic.
there's a
yeah.
lot of beautiful women out there, but it's really hard to not say fucking Rihanna.
Oh,
Rihanna.
I
I
love
agree with that.
Rihanna. She's
Yeah.
pregnant.
I think so. Here's another girl that we didn't say from like the 2000s.
I say Chris Brown. Keep punching her. Don't like her.
that was a
You don't think she's
terrible
pretty?
thing for you
Oh
to
my
say.
God.
You don't think
I
she's
like her.
pretty at all?
I don't like her. I don't something about her. I just don't like it all.
Really?
I will say I have the same feeling with
I
her.
wanted to
She
punch her
turns me
too.
off for some reason.
Really?
But
I see. I think
I
she's
love her.
gorgeous.
I would never say that though.
I love her.
The
Pregnant.
I on like for me, Rihanna is in the same boat growing up as Angelina Jolie growing up. Like I would look at Angelina Jolie and I'm like, you're a demon. You're like you're
not
so
real.
you're so attractive and you carry such an aura about you that like you would fucking you like you are not supposed to be on that level. Like
So
Angelina
all the
Jolie.
children that she adopts are just new followers.
Dude,
Is that what
Angelina Jolie back in the day, like Tomb Raider version and Gone in 60 Seconds, like when she was on her A game, Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Yeah.
she just exuded fucking sexy. Like there was
And then she
no,
got too skinny.
even when she, like just her face, like everything about her was just fucking, that for me, that's present day Rihanna. Where it's just like,
But you don't even see Rihanna in Hollywood too much anymore. At least I don't. I don't see her in
She's
movies
pregnant.
or no music or nothing.
yeah.
pregnant your ass.
She's been
Sorry.
pregnant for
You're
the
out.
past 10 years.
Gone.
Or she's not
And,
really doing
her,
much.
she's like
Past
fucking,
10 years.
she's literally like top 5
I know
in the
she's-
history of
she's
music for
doing-
number 1 hits and records and
Yeah,
albums
Not
sold.
I
doing
can
too
believe
much
that.
right now.
No,
She does like
but she
she's
does
got
a
makeup
makeup
line,
thing,
clothing
yeah.
line.
Yeah, but she's just I think it's just like who's the hottest, and then like it starts with her, and then everyone else is just underneath. Like I don't know, that Caribbean, her eyes just like she has a different color.
Oh,
Like
I was like,
I thought we were
She's-
talking about somebody
I
else.
just think
No.
there
Yeah.
is something off-putting about her sometimes with me, with the way she looks or takes a picture or something. Maybe she just looks too stern. I do like her music and stuff, but sometimes I just think maybe she is pretty stern in real life. Like,
I mean, when you went through what she went through, you're gonna
Yeah.
have a different perspective on life.
yeah, you
Where you
do,
didn't think you were
but
gonna survive that situation.
you also have to learn to love and open back up again too.
I think she loves to open back up, but I think she also she doesn't let someone she takes herself more seriously, and
Yeah.
she's just like, you don't like me, go fuck yourself.
Well,
Like,
that's not the
Mhm.
thing to portray to audience either, though.
I think it is. I think having
like it.
I think having self confidence and in yourself and
It's not about
exuding-
self. That's not a self confidence.
I think that's what
Yeah.
makes her
It's
super
more of a-
sexy.
I
is-
have that, and it doesn't help me at all.
But-
So,
what the bitch
Self-confidence?
issue.
if you don't like me, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that.
but you're not Rihanna.
No, I'm not.
But I think that's where Angelina Jolie fell too, where like
Oh,
they would say whatever they wanted about her, and she's like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And I think that self confidence is just
Angelina's a little weird. Though.
Yeah. Well, she did marry Billy Bob Thornton. And
Yeah.
Remember
They,
the
they
blood
did
vial?
the
The
blood.
blood.
Ugh.
didn't give a shit.
See-
Still hot.
That was a weirdo thing for me. So
Blood.
Blood. All right, current day. Heidi.
I don't know. I can't think right now.
We'll come back. Kelly. Oh, Sherry said her. Anthony.
I pass.
I was too busy thinking of back then. Now I'm like blank. I can't.
Well, we can come back to me for the modern, but I have 2 honorable mentions that
Go
I
ahead.
can say.
Yeah.
fine.
what's that?
Regina Hall from the Scary Movie franchise.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I
I
always
thought she was very beautiful.
I don't
And
know.
she was in a Cinderella story.
A lot
right?
of people
with Hilary
don't
Duff.
consider her as pretty because she's a comic. Like she's
Yeah.
always
I don't
funny and
know.
goofy.
What?
I think she's funny. I
She's
don't
not the
know.
main girl, right?
in Scary Movie.
Remember in Scary Movie? She's like,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
fuck, I'm yo,
not,
ride yo. Like she was just
Anna
like,
Faris. I think that's what he's.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah,
no,
no,
not
okay,
her,
okay.
not her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she played in a Cinderella
Yeah.
story with Hilary Duff.
yeah,
She
she's
was,
always
like, her
she's
fairy
always a
godmother.
comic. Yeah, she's always in the comedy.
I like
side.
her too. Okay.
Other
sorry.
honorable mention.
The other honorable mention is Selma Hayek.
Okay.
Yes.
Great
I'm
pick.
From Dusk
surprised
Till
nobody said
Dawn.
her. Yeah.
Great fucking.
From
pick.
Dusk Till Dawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Dogma, 30 Rock.
So good.
Selma Hayek is just
Yeah.
she's another one
Mhm.
that's just
And she
cool.
just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Another one Spanish girl,
And her
Wow.
sister is hot,
Sofia
too.
Oh,
Vergara.
I don't know her sister.
Oh, Sofia Vergara. I will say I like her.
You watch Modern
God.
Family, and the camera cuts away from her, and then it
Oh,
cuts back,
okay.
and she just gets hotter
Yeah.
every time
Yeah.
they pan away from her.
Is she still with Joe Magliano?
Yeah.
Still married? Are they
Dude, could
married?
you imagine
I
that
don't know.
couple?
I think. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That's the hottest couple on the
Oh, he
planet.
Is he the
Has to
trumpet
be.
guy? Or he plays it.
He was
No,
the-
he's like an actor.
He's an
Yeah,
actor.
he's an actor.
Oh,
He's an
I'm not
actor.
thinking
He's
of-
also super into like D&D and
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
yeah.
him.
He was in True Blood. He was all seed.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
can't think of anything else he done.
Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, Magic
He
Mike.
was in
That's
Big Bang
right.
Theory.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was in How I
It's
Met
just
Your
so hard to
Mother.
watch.
Oh,
Saw
it's
that one
fucking
either.
awful. Like I get angry.
Well, if you're still thinking of things, I have the women's side of things. So sorry, you can have to think of your own guys. But
What?
here's a top 25 right now. They say the hottest women on the planet: Megan Fox,
Yes.
Yes.
Scarlett
Except for
Johansson, number
Yes.
2,
Yes.
number 3, Jessica Alba. She
Yes.
hasn't been around
Yeah,
forever,
she
so
hasn't
the
been
fact
around.
that she's number 3 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron,
Wait,
she's hot.
what's
Yes.
the date on this?
Good call.
So I was gonna say
Yeah, because this seems a little
Megan
dated.
Fox seems.
Yeah, Megan
No,
I
Fox.
haven't
Megan Fox
seen
is
her
still
in
very
forever.
current.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's very.
No, this
current.
is 4 days
That's
ago.
only because she
Yeah.
keeps making the news because she's
What's the last
with
movie she was
Machine
in?
Gun
I know
Kelly
she's not an
and
actor.
doing
Well,
weird
she's not a good
things.
actor.
Yeah, this is 4 days ago.
Jennifer's body was good though. I like
Yeah,
Jennifer's
I like
body.
that one.
I mean, listen, Megan Fox is really, really hot.
Yeah,
She was not good in the Ninja
she's-
Turtles movie though.
I mean, nobody was good in the Ninja Turtles
No,
movie.
that was they weren't very good.
Yeah.
Seamus, he was good.
Where were we?
Seamus was Bebop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Pig.
Mm.
I don't remember.
I think you're at Scarlet Joe.
Charlize Theron, number
Yeah.
4.
Yes.
She's in shape. Kate Upton. She doesn't do it for me, but
She
This
hasn't
model.
been
I think
big lately
she's just
either.
really big boobs, right?
Yeah.
That's her thing.
I'm
Yeah.
not familiar.
She hasn't. I haven't really. heard
Natalie
about her, but-
Portman. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Natalie.
She's
cute.
alright.
Good for her being a
She's got
Mila
big Thor.
Kunis.
Yes,
Kunis is
Mila
fucking hot.
Kunis. Super hot.
Andrina Lima.
Pass. We don't know who she is.
Adriana.
Adriana
She's
Lima.
the Victoria's Secret model.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah,
the, one of the original Victoria's Secret
Gabrielle
models.
Union.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
Yeah,
Upton's
Gabrielle
all right.
Union's cute.
Selena Gomez, number 10.
Okay.
Emma Watson, number 11.
Mm.
Kate
Oh,
Beckinsale, number
Yeah,
12.
Kate Beckinsale's hot.
Underworld.
Underworld, baby.
Ooh.
And
What else?
wasn't she in Van Helsing too?
Yes,
She had
yes,
long hair and
yes.
accent.
She was in one of the Adam
Like
Sandler
that
movies too,
Oh,
wasn't
my.
she? His wife in one of the Click.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
believable.
He always casts himself to have the
Well,
hottest
why
wife.
would he?
Always.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah, he was married to Salma Hayek in Grown Ups.
And then it was
Mhm.
funny, like his wife is actually in Dodgeball and Zoolander.
Yeah.
His wife is the blonde girl that he dates in Zoolander, and the blonde girl in Dodgeball.
Jennifer,
I see the movie.
Jennifer Anderson at number 13.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
she aged really well.
Yeah, she
Rihanna's at number
She
14.
was always hot, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13, Olivia Wilde.
This is a top 20.
Pretty.
25.
Okay.
Okay.
Kira Knightley,
Oh, yeah, she's done anything
Okay.
since Pirates, but yeah.
Blake Lively,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's married to Ryan
Okay.
Reynolds.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer Lawrence.
She's
Not
cute.
familiar.
She played.
She
the
was
same-
Mystique.
Katniss.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Hunger
Okay.
Games,
Okay.
yeah.
Another really pretty girl, Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hayden Panettiere,
Oh, she was
Oh,
so
she
hot in
was
Heroes.
super
Oh my
hot.
god.
Selma Hayek, 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jessica Lucas as 22.
Not familiar with her. I don't know her.
by
She's
name.
known for her roles in television Edgemont, Melrose Place, Cult, Gotham,
Oh.
the remake of Evil Dead, and Cloverfield.
Jessica Lucas.
She's really pretty.
No, like,
Oh, she's the,
Sure.
I don't know.
she's the one that carves her face in Evil Dead.
Oh, she is. Yeah, she's the one in the bathtub.
Not the good evil.
No, the new.
No, the new
remake.
one's really fucking
The
good.
remake was good.
The remake was fucking
If there
awesome.
ain't no Ash, it ain't.
He's in the end. He
Yeah.
says groovy.
Yeah.
And then-
and Freddy's glove is at the end of Jace Goes to Hell.
What-
It's on it.
Without having Ash, that movie was fucking sick.
I thought it was
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Kristen Bell, and it did have Ash. The girl's name was Ash.
Oh, Kristen Bell's cute.
Come on.
Shakira, 24.
Whatever happened to her?
Shakira.
25. She kissed a girl and liked it. Katy Perry.
Oh, Katy
Katy
Perry.
Perry.
Oh, she's fucking hot.
I'm
Not
surprised
sure
she's
who
not
Katy
higher up on the
Yeah.
list there.
My
Mhm.
girl's missing there. No,
Who?
no Elizabeth Olsen.
No.
No.
No
Scar-
Zoe
Scarlet Witch.
Deschanel. She's fucking hot. I love Tina Fey. I understand why she's not on it. I understand.
Not everyone's into the same kink
Yeah.
you're into.
Nicola,
Now-
you
now-
got
now
any
do the men
honorable
if you have
mentions?
time.
Yeah,
The
let's do
men.
men. Top
Let's-
25
Oh, did you
men.
find it already?
Yeah, I found it
All
already.
right, hold on.
I was gonna say I do have a present.
Okay.
Number 1, James Doran.
No
What?
idea.
He played Mr. Gray.
Dornan.
Dornan.
Jamie
Let me
Dornan.
check when this is.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
yeah, check the
no.
date.
When it was
Jamie
posted.
Dornan was the sheriff guy in Once Upon a Time.
There gotta be a couple Marvel characters.
shoot,
Should.
who was he?
Chris Ellsworth.
Chris Evans. Yeah.
Jason
He was the
Momoa.
sheriff, I think.
We're just doing this one because
that
it's
died.
the
I
it's the
think he
top
died.
search.
I never
Okay.
finished it.
Number 2,
I don't
Idris
know that
Elba.
picture.
Okay.
I agree.
Yes,
I agree with that.
Idris
Heimdall.
Elba.
Number 3, Henry Cavill.
Superman.
Yes.
Number
Very
4,
much as the
David Beckham.
No.
Is he a
he's
soccer
too
player?
old, Yeah.
He's married to Posh Spice.
Posh Spice
He
is hot.
does look like he's just like a fucking supermodel. Like
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, number 5.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, number 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
Green Lantern.
Bradley Cooper, number 7.
Yeah.
So it's
Rocket
like
Raccoon.
90%
Yeah, Rocket
superheroes.
Jake Gyllenhaal, 8.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Mysterio.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson, 9.
No.
Batman.
Oh, Batman.
No.
I don't think he's a try.
He's got a good jawline.
I don't think he's good looking either.
Got a good
No.
jawline.
I'm just laughing.
I hope
'cause
the
of all
movie's good, but I don't
superheroes.
think he's good looking.
Number 10. Did not expect this one, but I see he's a I think he's handsome.
Paul Rudd.
Pharrell Williams.
Okay, he's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Cute. His little
No.
cheeks.
He has that little like charming look to him.
He looks like a mouse.
I like that. Yeah, I think he's cute. I'm not even in the
Cute.
guys, but
He
Pharrell
is
Williams is a cutie.
cute.
Tom Hardy, number 11.
Yes.
Number 12, Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
superhero.
Number 13, Zac Efron.
Yes.
Number 14,
He
George
just got better
Clooney.
with age too.
Oh, Batman again.
Yes,
Yeah.
George
Nah,
Clooney.
that didn't happen.
George Clooney's good looking.
Batman didn't.
Oh,
No, it
Well, he's
definitely did.
still
They had the
very
credit
hot.
card and everything. Don't you
That
remember?
didn't-
Yeah.
that didn't
Number
happen.
15,
Still
Harry
hot.
Judge.
Who's Harry
Who the
Judge?
hell is Harry Judge?
I don't know.
I have no idea who
No
that is.
idea.
Harry
No
Judge.
idea.
Number 12, Gary Barlow.
Who's Gary Barlow? That sounds like an old guy.
No
Yeah.
idea.
No idea.
You know, Gary
idea.
Barlow makes
I don't know.
makes sandwiches down.
17, Gerard Butler.
Yes.
Oh, this
Okay.
list is definitely old. 18,
Yeah.
James Franco. 19, Taylor Lundgren.
James Franco,
No.
Green Goblin. or
Taylor
Goblin.
Ludd.
The guy who plays the werewolf in Twilight.
Taylor Lautner.
Lautner,
Oh.
sorry.
I didn't think he was
20,
good-looking
Brad
either.
He
Pitt.
played Shark Boy.
No.
Yes, he did.
21,
Brad Pitt
Orlando
in the
Bloom.
90s.
Brad Pitt in the 90s.
This is
for
an
sure.
old list.
Orlando Bloom supposedly has a fucking hanger on him.
He's got a baby with Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I mean, he was
Really?
cute.
They
He
just
was
had a
cute as
baby.
Legolas, but that's about it. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't cute in Pirates of the
I was
Caribbean.
say, what,
Really?
else, what else was he
No.
really
I think
in?
he's handsome in that.
No.
He's all right.
Number 22, Justin Timberlake. 23, Ollie Murs. No idea who that is.
Mm.
3, I don't know who this guy is. Teeny Tempa.
What?
Number 25, Anthony Joshua. He's a boxer. He's a boxer.
This list
Oh.
is.
No.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
see any of it.
There was no
Black.
Chris Hemsworth on. There was no Jason Momoa. What? How
Yeah.
old is this list?
Yeah, it's
It's
got to be
not
old.
that- it's definitely not new 'cause
fucking
James
Franco's still
Franco's
on
on
it,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's canceled as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised no Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. that's what
Michael
I
B.
was gonna
Jordan's a
say.
good-looking guy.
Now,
superhero.
you were
Is.
saying about no color. Like I like. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan is cute, and I think Scorpio Sky is cute on on
Well-
AEW.
Scorpio
as
Sky
well.
is a good
That
looking
Was
is.
guy.
that Killmonger?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Aunt Nikolai, you said you have
Present.
present.
Yeah. Emily Blunt. I'll watch anything she's in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is she the one that's married to?
I thought he meant he was going to
John
present us
Krasinski?
with a
No.
present.
I thought you had a
Is she
blonde.
the one that's married to John Krasinski?
Yes, she is. Yeah. And actually, it was really funny
she's really
because
cute.
when The Quiet Place first came out, Omaze did this contest where if you won, you got to go on a double date with them. And I was like,
Fun.
I submitted for it. I obviously didn't win. But
If you would have won that, I would have wanted to go with you.
You guys-
I mean,
Can I just go and
You
just
can hang out
observe
Emily
them?
Blunt, and I'll hang out with John Krasinski
That's
the whole
fine.
night.
That's
I'll be your wingman for John. I'm like, can you tell me everything about The Office?
And he's like, ugh,
He's like, I fucking hate this.
another one.
but it was for the premiere. Like you got to go to the premiere with them and then go on a date with that. Like as a big package deal for The Quiet Place.
Yeah, I'd be like, Emily, can you go over there with my buddy? I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
take
fine.
John and we're gonna talk
That's fine.
Office all night long.
Billy gets sick
I
of me.
haven't seen anything Emily Blunt's ever done, but I've seen every episode of The Office.
Yeah.
Well, she was actually supposed to be in Marvel a lot.
the
Like,
rumor
as
was
characters.
her and him were supposed to be casted as Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
she
kind
was
of like the
supposed to be
It's like
that.
a fan.
What was it, Miss Maisel?
Still not rolled out who's
whatever.
playing them.
Who was supposed to be? She was like, oh, I think she was supposed to be Black Widow too originally.
Really? Wow.
And
maybe.
like she had a bunch of roles that was offered to her, but because of her other movies that she was already contracted to do, she had to say no.
Yeah. We
That
still
didn't
don't
work out
we
for her.
still don't know who's gonna be.
No, they
Mr.
didn't
and Mrs.
announce anybody yet.
Yeah.
I think they have the person picked, but they're just keeping it on the back burner.
Mhm. I think the first time we see them is gonna be on screen. Be like, oh my god.
Probably, and then like, oh, so and so is Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. How much longer do we have till fucking Doctor Strange drops?
Mr. May.
Hey.
May.
Yeah,
a
like-
little bit.
They
A
just
little bit
talked
over
about that
2
earlier.
months.
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right. Well
I think that's it.
that's gonna do it. Andy, what do you got to plug? What shirt are you wearing?
We're 14 Faye. So this shirt is. I didn't know it was this old. It's for the
Bitches get stuff
2016
done.
election, and it's Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. So at the time, 30 Rock and Parks and Rec. So that's
You
why
want to
I
talk
wear
about it? You want to talk about a crush for me too?
Amy Poehler.
Let's fucking talk
I
about Parks and Rec in The Office. Fucking
Oh, what's her name? Karen
Ka-
Filippelli
Rashida Jones.
slash Ann Perkins.
Rashida Jones.
Ooh, she's
Ann
so hot.
Perkins.
Yeah,
Rashida
Ann
Jones is
Perkins.
so pretty.
She is.
She's very pretty.
She's like a bunch. But there, you want multicultural.
The girl who plays in the Black Canary in fucking the Harley Quinn movie was really pretty.
I don't
To
know
be
her
on
name.
screen with Margot and just completely overshadow her for me, that's not easy to do for Margot Robbie.
I thought they were all hot in them.
Yeah.
She was. This is just a side note.
Except
She-
Renee Montoya.
there was some interview that like some they always have like the fucking stupid interviewers that say dumb things.
Mhm.
Some interviewer made a comment to her about her skin, like how she looks so like tan or
Oh, she
something,
was,
and she's
I'm
like,
ethnic.
"I'm ethnic."
Yeah.
How do you stay so tan? I was born in this.
Yeah,
that's
that's
literally
exactly
what the
what it
question
was.
was. And-
like
and
the lady
awesome.
was just like
You want to talk about men
dumb.
that you guys didn't say? First off, you didn't say Marky Mark. Just gonna put that
Oh,
out.
I know. I
Marky
thought about
Mark, and then
putting
I
Marky
did.
Mark
All you
in
just
there, but
confirmed.
I didn't want to
DiCaprio.
make
Yeah,
somebody.
no-
And DiCaprio.
No DiCaprio.
I did not want to make somebody uncomfortable that looked like Marky Mark
Yeah.
when he was younger. So
I'm just saying you can all burn in hell for that. And also, fucking his daughter's gonna be in the new Batman. Lenny Kravitz.
He was all right back then.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
know what he looks like
okay.
now.
Mm.
Back then he was
Okay.
pretty
He's
good.
he's about the same now. I think.
Maybe because I think
Really?
I'm
Yeah.
just the rock star thing. Like I
Yeah.
think
He
anyone
was
who
pretty
fucking-
attractive.
Yeah.
But his daughter's gorgeous too.
Mm-hmm.
I think his daughter's gonna take over as one of the hottest women in the world.
I can't believe I didn't say Tom Hardy here now.
Is she
either.
Catwoman?
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
we were gonna say Tom Hardy.
Tom. Oh. And Killian Murphy too. He gets very
What
much
a-
underlooked.
What an Irish name. that
See
is.
the-
Killian Murphy. He
Dude, look
plays
at fucking Lenny Kravitz.
Tommy Shelby.
Like,
I see darkness.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. You keep trying to show us pictures,
and
we
you
can't
have your
see it.
privacy.
I
screen,
see.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
dude's fucking
I mean,
That's
killing
not,
it.
is that him now?
Yeah.
Or is
It's
that
a
him?
guy
Is that
at a
him
gym.
now?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, he's
Right?
fucking killing
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't. I think he maybe looks
No one
better
said
now
Jason
than
Momoa.
he did then.
Jason,
Yeah, and
Jason Momoa.
He's
Jason
a
Momoa
given.
is in the category of Rihanna, where it's Jason Momoa than the rest of the planet because no one.
Yeah, unattainable.
Dude.
That man is not only visually nice to look at, but he seems like a really cool dude.
Yeah.
That he wears his like dirty Carhartts and he rock climbs and he's like the man's man, and that's a turn on.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Kind
would,
of
will
looks
say
like
that.
he
What's her
doesn't
name?
shower every
Wonder
day.
Gal Gadot seems just like
Yeah,
on a different planet. Like you, like what,
she's so.
you couldn't even have a conversation
gorgeous.
with her.
yeah.
You know?
But she seems so nice.
Oh,
Like, she
I
looks
disagree. I think she's.
you think?
Like she's way.
No,
You know who
I
else?
think she
Like
looks
she's like, I
want to.
I want to debate the theoretical things.
You know
of
who else is
Homer's-
really high on my list?
No, I don't.
No,
The
I
the
feel
girl who
like
plays
she looks
Gamora.
nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Zoe Dalsh.
Zoe Desch. No,
That's-
No,
No,
that's not
no.
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Stark. No,
no, Zoe.
Fuck, what's
My
her name?
God. why are we all-
Zalana.
Zaldana.
Zaldana.
Zoe
Oh.
Saldana. We're just all
No,
trying to
No,
figure it out.
as soon as you said
Busted.
Gamora, I just pictured that scene where in Infinity War where they bust in, they're like, "Who's Gamora? Why is Gamora?"
Remember a year or two ago when Lenny Kravitz's dong flopped out on stage?
Whoa.
That's what
No.
Bill said.
Whoa.
That just goes to show you how fucking awesome Lenny Kravitz is. Where his dong can accidentally flop out of his pants on stage.
God.
That doesn't happen if you're not fucking blessed.
How does that?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
How does
It
that
just
work?
fucking, it
does
fucking
that?
wiggles
Wow.
up. It wiggles up and just goes wham,
I'm gonna
No.
go find
and then
out.
it hits,
Go
and
look
then it
for
hits
it.
every string on his guitar.
I can see if you have short shorts on, then maybe.
Or his pants are too low and they're falling down.
Okay, yeah.
Guess what we're all googling when we get
Yeah.
on this show.
I'm not.
Lenny
I'm all right. I don't
Lenny
need to see it.
Kravitz penis.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
Anything
I
else?
didn't mention Elvira.
What do you?
so, yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
didn't.
that's a big plug.
Yeah.
Oh, and fucking, you know what? Another one was said a lot. I was like in research. I was looking. Linda Carter.
Oh, Linda,
Yeah.
she was so hot back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's still pretty for
I'd
her
fuck her
age.
now. I'd
Yeah.
fuck her right now today.
She walked in.
Yeah.
You would
I'd
hit her
say,
with that
"Let's
lasso of
do it."
truth.
I know you're 72. But
You could leave your lasso
She's
at home.
72.
she's
She
somewhere around there.
looks really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
She was also the principal in the Disney movie I didn't know about.
Yeah. What's the superhero one?
That doesn't help me.
I-
Oh, Sky High.
Sky High, yeah, I
yeah,
like
Sky
that
High.
movie. a
She
lot.
was the principal of the movie.
There was actually a thing where I think she wanted to have like, I think the tiara or like
Bill
lasso
said-
of
Bill-
truth or
Bob
something.
said he'll post the video in the chat of he bent down, split his pants, and his wiener fell out.
Oh
Okay,
my
that makes
God.
sense.
That makes-
Makes sense.
Well, that's the worst. Dude, you split your pants and you don't even show your butt crack. Your whole dingleberry and newts fall out.
I have the Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to get glasses.
Yeah.
All right, say your plugs while I got glasses because you started your plugs and then we interrupted you.
I was gonna plug this used video game store I went to Main Street Video Games and More in Bloomsburg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really like them.
Yeah, apparently the owner died last year, and then the
What?
son runs it now.
Aw.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died of corona. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
that was so cool.
Yeah. Hank, I believe his name was.
Okay.
Yeah, so he passed away
Might be
last
it.
year.
That's
Oh no,
sucks.
you gotta move
Uh,
it back.
They did have a big sale. All the Blu-rays were $5 because they were half price, and
Yeah.
I got X-Men: The Road Cut and then
Oh.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. I bought a bunch of
Nice.
video games, and he gave me a good deal. The Sun. So
Yeah.
they have like records, comics, all
They-
kinds of DVDs, Blu-rays.
They're still away. I just
They
want
usually do
to say.
give a pretty good deal. Like
Yeah,
if you're
they
getting
do.
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so you buy it's Main Street Games and More, and it's right in the Main Street in Bloomsburg. And you buy it on
Pete
Facebook.
Pete DeLong in the chat. By the way,
Hey,
one of the
Pete.
best wrestling commentators on the planet.
Oh yes,
Pete DeLong says Tom Holland lip sync and Umbrella turned me super gay.
that was really good. That was really good.
Tom Holland
And
did a lip sync.
Zendaya
Yeah.
did Bruno
I
Mars.
think
Yeah.
I think my friend. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that. Yeah, Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, yeah. Oh, that was
He's pretty
that was
cute. I
news.
like him.
That was news that I put out there that I
Cute.
seen that I didn't put out there is he said one of the people who were like his stuntmen had to
Uh-huh.
wear a butt pad because he
Because he got an ass
You
on
got
him
a
like
dunk.
RVD.
got a dunker on him,
Oh,
but he won't say what stuntman it is. He doesn't want to embarrass him.
because the poor guy got no ass.
He's got no.
So
butt.
if you really like the Coke Starlight, you can have a full can, guys. So I just
Oh,
want to let you know.
fancy.
Yeah.
So many people have said many things. I'm gonna
Red.
list off what people have said so far. All right.
Okay.
Cotton candy, black cherry, regular cherry, raspberry, sugar cookie, party cake, cinnamon, s'mores, marshmallow.
What is party
you
cake?
probably should have never told me any of these before I
Yeah.
tasted it because now I'm like having a
Like
A confetti cake?
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Also vanilla icing, vanilla and cherry. So I'm like, it can't be all these things. So this is the Coke Starlight. It is reddish. How see how it's like reddish, which I didn't know. Yeah.
It is
I
good.
see. I get more of a black cherry out of it.
It smells good, don't it?
It does smell really good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely feel it's in the camp of a dessert.
Yeah, I got the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
It
for that.
doesn't taste like a cupcake or icing.
tastes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Tastes like space.
If
This is
you
what
were-
space.
If you were going
tastes
to
like.
space, right? And the vacuum of space would not destroy you because you don't have the
This is
power of
what it tastes
cosmic,
like.
Silver Surfer, and you were going to grab some of the nothing and put it in your mouth, would not taste like that.
Or you just catch it like snowflake.
Yeah.
I think it would taste
Yeah,
exactly
would
like
not
this.
taste like. I don't want like. Will they announce it? No one knows. Like I think it just because apparently Coke's new gimmick, this Coke Creations, is every 6 months a new flavor.
Can you look
So-
at? Are
But
there?
will they say what it is?
What
Yeah, are
if
they in the
they don't tell
ingredients?
you,
That's what
but
I
they
was-
release it as a name, like
Yeah.
a not Starlight, where it's like birthday cake or
Natural
whatever it is,
flavor.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
don't tell you
I
that
will.
that's what
I will
this-
say this. I can't pick out exactly what I'm tasting.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I will say this. I like it.
It's
Yeah.
not
I
bad.
like
It is
it.
good.
Not bad. Would,
It
I would-
doesn't say.
I
on
would
the
buy.
can.
I would buy a bottle of it.
does anyone want a full can?
Yes,
It just says natural flavors. Fruit,
I
and
thoroughly
vegetable
enjoy it. I
juice
think it's
Yeah,
very tasty.
It is really
or
good.
color. It is good.
I think it's
I
good.
can't figure out. What
I
it
get
tastes
the
like, though.
icing, vanilla, and the sugar
Yeah.
cookie. The
When
party
you started
cake.
saying marshmallow icing and party cake,
Yeah.
I started getting that, but I felt like you were tricking me into it by saying
But
it.
that's what people have said. Like cotton candy, I don't get that.
It's definitely
Yeah.
got like a
No.
creamy.
Also, if
Yeah.
you there's menthol in it. This is true. So after you drink the whole thing, your mouth gets cold.
I didn't notice
Keep drinking it.
that. Not in the ingredients.
Yeah. Well, no.
High fructose corn syrup.
All right, Nikolai, your plugs.
Fright Rags, I'm wearing it as usual. We got Teen Wolf this week.
I was gonna wear
Uh,
a fright rag shirt
oh,
tonight, but
there
I
we
had to stick with the
Birthday cake.
trend.
I mean, that's fun.
mean, that-
Well, I figured because we were talking like older, like high school and stuff. I don't have necessarily anything for that, but
Yeah, me
Teen
either.
Wolf kind of came out at least during.
Speaking of penises falling out,
Somewhere.
the guy did that in the movie at the very
Oh
end.
yeah.
What?
At the end of Teen Wolf, there's a guy because they
In the
actually shot it in a
stands.
real high school. And
Yeah.
they
In the
used the high
crowd.
school as a prop. So the guy knew he was going to be
Not the
on
wolf
camera.
Yeah.
So at the very, very end, when everyone's celebrating, there's a guy in the top of the bleachers, and he has his pants open, and he pulls his wiener out and flops it around,
Stop.
and
it.
it
Yeah.
made the movie.
Is it-
And then when it made the movie, the directors and all were like, "Yo," and they contacted the school, and the kid got in trouble for it.
But it got removed?
Oh.
No, it's still. I think it's still in the actual cut, or
All right.
or
Well,
the wiener have him flopping his wiener was cut out, but you see him a couple scenes later, further down the bleachers, and his pants are still open.
interesting.
I haven't seen it in a
His
while.
finger in his
All right,
Probably
asshole.
like you just see his like his.
Scream Factory released it a couple years ago for their special edition, and I have it. So I'm gonna go take a look because I feel like if he's underage, that
I feel like they would cut it
It
out.
should have been
for
cut
sure.
out.
Yeah. But if it's still in there, that's weird. And if it's still in there, like I can understand like if it was a VHS cut or something
Right.
where things were a little different. But if it's still in there now, I don't know, there's issues.
Yeah. If that like is on Blu-ray.
Yeah, like
Oh.
But my plug is, as long as everything goes according to plan, we've already talked to him. Everything should be good, but as long as nothing crazy happens, we're gonna have Ben on our next episode from Fright Rags. So we're really excited to get to
So that's
chat with
what
him.
it cuts to, is him with
Oh,
the front of his
okay.
pants open.
Interesting.
Fright Rags did have 5 classic designs.
Yeah, they
that
brought
we
like
had
5.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got
RoboCop,
the-
Motel Hell, Killer Clowns, and more.
I got the Army of Darkness one today because it's the Scream Factory poster.
Mm.
So I actually have that framed, that poster. So I was like, why not have the shirt? But I'm on my mission. I'm almost at 100 of just the designs of the shirts, not counting
Wow.
shirts, the hats, the lunch boxes, the pins, none of it.
Nice.
The
So
Poltergeist shirt is really cool.
yeah, it's definitely awesome. And they're going to be at Monster Mania in 2 weeks, as usual, in Cherry Hill.
I'm really
So-
bummed I'm not going.
So you go there, you don't gotta pay shipping.
You don't, right? However, I did talk to Ben, or whoever messaged me back on the Fright Rag page. None of the reprints that were released today will be at Monster Mania. So if you're looking for those reprints, order them.
The RoboCop
Online.
is awesome.
But that's all I got.
That's exciting.
I have my YouTube channel that I want to plug. I've been doing the daily video every day. Usually, it's Power Ranger related content. I just released a new unboxing video since my voice has been getting better after being sick for like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm glad to be making more content where I'm speaking on my channel.
Nice.
Me? Okay. I have 2 things I want to plug. First thing I want to plug is Next Truth Behind the Illusion, which will be next Tuesday around 8:00. We are talking Celtic folklore, myths, and legends, and I believe Bill's going to be with us for that.
Celtic Thunder, Nicole.
I was gonna say, I looked into the fire and I heard Celtic. I'm like, thunder. No, not thunder. Never mind.
It would
Sorry.
be nice though.
Well, I'm going to see them Saturday, so they're already.
Yeah, they're in Reading on Saturday,
are,
aren't
yeah.
they?
Yeah,
I've
I'm
seen
really
that and I
excited.
thought of you actually. So we're gonna do Celtic myth and legends on Tuesday, and I also want to plug my own TikTok channel. I'm really proud. I made it over 1,000 followers now, so I can do some
Ooh,
lives.
Very nice.
And I have some helpful tips on crystal recommendations for tomorrow's new moon. So you can check that out on any of my TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram accounts, all at Crystal Mountain Healing. So
Awesome.
Cool. Very
Yep.
nice. I'm going to plug the whole IWEP network. Follow, share, like, comment, subscribe, everything.
Buy t-shirts.
Buy merch, everything.
If you do buy a t-shirt, please send us a photo in said t-shirt. We just had someone do it for Tornado Tag Podcast, and I'm gonna sound like probably a nerd or a fucking mark when I say this, but when someone buys our shirt and fucking takes a photo of
exciting.
it, it fucking pops me.
Mm.
Like I get it. Literally, it makes my day.
Yeah.
So if you guys order a t-shirt, please send it to us. We'd love to share it on social media.
Or if you buy anything on
Anything,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We have
Cup
pint
or-
glasses and everything's on. Like so, this the Bang and Beers one is on here. So the Bang and Beers glass. We have ones for every one of the shows, so you can get all that really fun stuff. Bill said, "I'll be there, or you can call me Square."
oh, good.
You nailed
Good.
it. But yeah, so,
Beware.
interviews everyday people. I took a week or two off. Started a new job. It's hard, a little difficult. I get out of work a little later than I'm used to, so it's hard to schedule interviews and stuff right now. And we've been really busy on the other shows on the weekends and planning stuff and doing stuff. And wrestling is starting to come back around, so that's going to keep me pretty busy. But I will get interviews and everyday people going again. So some of the interviews may happen a little later at night, but they will happen. Hopefully, we'll see more at the Cabana Entertainment Building. So
You're
that was a lot
welcome.
of fun.
Always come back as long as the ghosts don't keep you away.
Have you had any weird things since then?
So I hear weird footsteps like literally every time I
Maybe
open the
we need
door
to go
come
and
in.
do like a ghost hunting
Can we-
session
I mean,
there.
we
Can we
Yeah,
bring the spirit box and just
Sure.
set it there and see
Yeah.
if it talks
you're
to
more
us?
than welcome
Let's
to.
do it.
But like I'm there sometimes like super late and I just come in to like drop stuff off. And as soon as I open the front door,
What's
I
the
swear
history-
I hear footsteps in the basement, like coming from the basement.
What's the history of
Maybe
the
you have
building
someone living there.
besides what it was before? Like
I'm not entirely sure. So the history that I know of it is the original owners, they bought the property, or at least who we bought it from anyway. They bought the property when their daughter
Dud
just
in
kinda-
the basement. No.
got out of high school.
okay.
And it was just a modular house. But they wanted to get into photography and all this kind of stuff. So their dad does like construction and all that kind of stuff. So they built a studio.
How
on
many
top of-
car
or next
accidents
to
do you
it.
think happened on that road out there and cost some lives?
Maybe. So maybe that's what to do
Yeah.
because it's right on the highway. And there's also like this giant pit right in front of the building. I mean, I think it's for like
It's a
drainage
drainage.
purpose
Oh,
and stuff, but like
Maybe
just
you
because
sewer
of like
people.
like there's
car
a giant
accidents and
pit?
stuff.
What?
Like
yeah, I was like, there's a pit in the
Maybe
basement.
maybe a
Like,
lizard.
Maybe there's sewer
Yeah.
people.
maybe.
sewer people.
I don't know.
More
And I-
bots for
what was
X-Men.
that horror story movie? Was it People Under the Stairs?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
People understand.
So what happened was we were finishing up the podcast.
Well,
and we
hold
were
on.
No,
cleaning
even
up.
There was
before
something that
that.
happened first
You
because
didn't
you
know.
started talking about ghosts and stuff
Yes.
with Porcupine Pat, and the toilet flushed on its own.
completely by itself during the podcast.
Heidi turned to me and was like, "Is there somebody in there?" I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
not at all."
This
So
is
then-
this is a TBI episode. All
so,
over.
so then we
Yeah.
have a giant like frame where we were hanging the show with the banners,
Mhm.
and there's little plugs on the end of it.
Like
and
the
this
pole.
this like
Little
a
plug,
like
like
a little
cap.
plug that goes at the end of the rod. And literally I literally just seen it as if it was like floating above me and was dropped straight down.
Right,
Wow.
and you have to realize that the pole and stuff was behind us.
Yeah.
We were up
Almost a
front of it on
45-degree
diagonal.
angle
Yeah.
from where I was standing. So where I was standing,
Yeah.
I would have to turn almost 45 degrees to touch the pole where it was.
Uh-huh.
And that cap,
It literally went from like here and went.
it had to have come
And
out.
just-
It had to come straight out,
And
make
then
a
down.
90-degree angle, come to where I am, and fall straight
Oh,
down.
It was
wow.
Right.
so
And
Because
weird.
we all seen it fall straight down
Right.
from where it landed.
And like I checked all the lights that I have in that area because I was like, oh, maybe it just fell off this. And he was like, we found out that it was on that one side, so he went to the other side and tried to like pull the other piece
Not-
out.
I had to
see.
pop it out
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
So I don't know what goes on in there, but
I was like,
something's
what
fishy.
the fuck
like it.
is going
Yeah.
on? So
Let's
we might have to
go.
go there and
Let's
spirit
go.
box that place.
Let's do it.
There's lots of little cubby holes. So
Yeah, there is.
maybe people hiding.
A lot of hide bodies down there.
Maybe there's some Muppets or puppets, evil puppets
Yeah.
gonna come
Maybe
out of there.
You're gonna get
evil
attacked.
Muppet
Please tell me
puppets.
that's what's in there. Please.
You say that until they pinch you.
Until they pinch us so hard that
Listen.
you bleed.
That's fine. Pinch me. Kermit.
Is she gone?
What you
That's
doing,
what he
buddy?
heard.
Yeah.
So this
Wait, in that exact voice?
kind of
Because that's a whole other thing. That's the hormone monster.
yeah. Oh, come on, Nikolai.
And you said it was a little kid?
So this
It was
so
like a
this kid-
7-year-old,
This
I
kid
guess.
was
Interesting.
He was-
so,
Hormone
like,
monster.
Hormone monster. Yeah.
he was faking trying to go to school, and his
He was-
grandmother.
wait,
He was-
he was faking going to
no, he's
school?
faking staying home sick
Sick.
from
Oh,
school.
I was like,
And sorry,
fake
and
that?
his grandmother left, and then he heard some like rustling around in his closet, and he heard, "Is she gone?"
That's
and then
creepy.
and like
One Muppet walked out,
and then one
Yeah.
Muppet walked out,
and there was a dark.
and it was talking to another Muppet, but
and
he
then
never.
no, their walks out too.
Oh, does
Then
it?
he describes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy.
What are these Muppets doing? Like that's
Yeah.
what I want. What do they want? Then the other one was the I guess the Muppet was trying to get in the house or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
The window.
God, that window.
Let me in, I'll fucking
Look at
kill
that.
you.
Kids with overactive.
Where do you
imagination.
lie on this?
Yeah.
Do you believe it?
This is what I wanted to ask you. This is not TBI, but how could you? That's what I want to know.
No.
No, I don't either. But I'm thinking to myself,
But you believe
if he, if,
Everything.
no, I don't believe everything.
Oh my
I think
God.
it's
If he's
overactive
having
imagination.
trouble thinking about a crystal skull talking to somebody, how can he
All right,
believe the puppet?
This lady put a post out
now
today
this, yeah, she
saying
was a
that
little
she
bit.
bought a crystal skull of an alien, and she's been trying to channel it and talking to it,
but he won't work with her.
but he won't work with it.
He won't
It's a
work with
fucking.
He's a son of a bitch.
It's a
He's-
fucking
So-
rock that's carved into a alien
Now,
skull.
I
Is she
don't-
trying to make the new Indiana Jones?
I
that
don't
what
know.
this
She's
is?
fucking a
Skull?
wackadoo.
I will say I don't believe in that because I have a couple crystal skulls myself,
I
but
gotta
I
be
don't
careful what
try
I say
talking
because on
to
this
them.
show, people aren't going to come on and
Later.
talk because they're going to think I'm going to make fun of them, and that's not the case. I'll legit hear you out. I'm not going to believe you,
Yeah.
but I'll hear you out.
Mhm.
See, my skulls, they sit on my ancestor altar. They represent the strength and everything they had to go through. So I
See, that's
don't
crazy
sit,
to
I
me.
don't sit and I don't, but they're a representation. I'm not talking to them.
I think you talk.
No, I don't. But
Anyway.
I
the
see
one
your
I,
TikToks,
the,
Well,
yeah.
you're
one,
not talking if they don't talk back.
the one I did post about Max the crystal skull, he is the one for the original, for that Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Oh, okay.
That's where they kind of got it from Max. And then they think these different crystal skulls are buried all over the earth and that they're the energy points, like the Bermuda Triangle is one they're thinking.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I hope
Like
these
they're
Muppets are real,
man-made.
though.
Someone's
seriously.
writing creepy pasta. Now
And
there's creepy skulls everywhere. Anyway,
let's wrap it up.
They actually did find some. years
Muppet?
ago.
Yes.
No, not
Yeah.
Muppet.
No, the
Oh,
skull.
The crystal skull.
And they date them.
And
they
the
date
thing
them back
about
to like
them
the
is
Sumerian age.
How can the detail be done
Right.
with the time it
And it was pretty much symmetrical too. It's not like it's
aliens.
a shitty job.
Answer.
I mean, people made the pyramids.
Those are
Aliens.
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 Yeah.
Aliens. It's all aliens.
Okay.
And once once Russia starts like, hey, we're fucking arming these nukes.
They did a heel turn.
When they fucking, they've always been heels. They didn't turn.
Well, they were good for a while.
No, they weren't.
Mm,
They were never
They
good.
were
Yes,
calendar
they were. They
time.
were
Who were they
guys.
good?
I don't know.
They were never cool with
because
us.
they haven't done anything in years, so they were good guys.
They were waiting.
They were waiting.
last week, or-
Putin was waiting.
last month.
Putin, he was
you-
too
if you
busy
said something
riding grizzly bears
anti-Russian,
with no
you'd be
shirt.
racist. This week, you're American.
No. It depends on what side of the spectrum you lean on. If you were during the last presidential election, Team Russia, is because Russia was boys with our president.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Listen, I just hope this doesn't stop me from getting on a flight.
To Russia?
Doing?
No, anywhere.
Oh.
Oh,
They're gonna see my name and I'm gonna be on an
Oh,
office
yeah.
oh,
somewhere.
Nikolai, yeah.
Even though it's not spelled the same way.
I am the machine. You know what's gonna happen is
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, we're gonna launch all these fucking nukes.
And
the
then we're all
whole, and the
just gonna
whole
die.
world is gonna be like, oh my god, we're dead, fucking Putin, and fucking boom, aliens come down, no fucking nukes. We said that this isn't allowed. We tried to fucking hide under cover. You guys fucked up. Now we're here.
I just want to point this out. Talking to the Crystal Skull, insane. Aliens are going to fight Russia.
Not gonna fight. They're just not gonna let you launch. So there's actually reports from actual like nuclear testing sites and nuclear power plants. It was all part of that declassification. They talked about it, and they said that like every time they would fire
what
up.
Andy's saying is
We're-
it's on the same level as
we're
me
in the-
A
believing-
lady on Facebook trying to talk to her
Not-
fucking skull she
not
bought
her.
at fucking on Facebook
Not her.
Marketplace.
That
And-
is that is I will 100% say that's bullshit. But Max the Crystal Skull.
oh sure,
I
if that's
think-
real, then cool,
I
it's
think-
real.
Yeah.
But I didn't disagree with that one. I said to the fucking lady on
no,
Facebook.
I'm trying to say that was horseshit too.
I mean,
I don't sit.
If you're
I-
going to believe one,
But
might as
but
well
I'm saying there
believe
is
the other.
actual like documentation of people who worked at these facilities who
Mhm.
said like we were testing them. They weren't going to launch them, but we turned them on and it was testing to make sure the protocols work. And they fucking unidentified flying objects showed up, and all their controls shut off. Like you can't do like it was pretty much like it deactivated it.
It
Like
was the Muppets.
I mean,
Satellites.
Alien Muppets.
Somebody's
Muppets.
controlling them.
yeah, if you're going
the
to believe
Muppets
that,
with the
I mean,
pink
the
felty
Muppets
skin.
are crazy.
I mean,
Did
I'm
you
not sure if I believe it, but it's more believable than fucking the Muppets.
I don't know. I think it's
get
the
the
same
Muppets
area.
out of this.
Yeah.
I think it's the same area.
It was all
Yeah.
Gonzo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackie Gleason saw aliens. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're gonna learn more about aliens.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. No, it's actually a story too, where supposedly Nixon, because Nixon and Gleason were
Oh.
buddies. Gleason was kind of like, "Yeah, what the fuck's up with this alien talk?"
Is
And-
Jackie Gleason a honeymooner guy?
yes.
Okay.
And he went to his grave.
Listen here, Nixon. What are you going to tell me? I'm going to tell you about aliens.
That's a De Niro. You kind of went
Yeah.
Bert
that
Ernie a
was-
little bit.
Bert and Ernie. The Muppets.
All right, we're out of here. Not Gold High School.
Bye-bye.
If you want to hear more talk like this, tune in next Tuesday. Fucking Truth Behind Illusion. And here's a beautiful woman as we cut out of here. If I can find the button. See you later.